Welcome to the sweet spot. Where sweet things and just keep it hot. Just keep it hot. Welcome to the sweet spot.
Come on, get it spicy.
Just keep it hot.
Just keep it hot.
Just keep it hot.
I've been thinking all night what I'm gonna do to make it right. I'm gonna get some candy, and when my mind gets to going all kinds of places, and I just don't know what I'm gonna taste. Give me the candy, it's so sweet. I gotta pick up the tree. It's like a lot of feet wrapped up into one. Excited to dance so far.
Welcome to the sweet spot. Where sweet things and just keep it hot.
How you motherfuckers doing out there tonight?
Welcome to the sweet spot.
Come on, get it spicy. Just keep it hot.
Just keep it hot.
Now my school hours are from 9 to 5.
Hey, we got the hooligans in here again tonight.
Don't
Everybody introduce yourself.
Will sue you. Let me take what you want. Wanna get it done, don't pump in the mood. It's a
Shout out to production. Putting this shit together.
For you to, all you got to do
I want all y'all to
is
sing this goddamn hook, everybody.
Welcome to the sweet spot. Where sweet things and just keep it hot. Just keep it hot.
just keep it hot, lady.
Welcome to the sweet spot.
That's all I said.
Just keep it hot.
Baby,
Just keep it hot.
hot.
Welcome to the sweet spot. Where sweet
I
things
said
and
just
just
keep
keep
it
it
hot.
hot. Just keep it hot. Welcome to the sweet spot. Where sweet things and just keep it hot. Just keep it hot.
My baby.
Welcome to the sweet spot. Where sweet things and just keep it hot. Just keep it hot. Welcome to the sweet spot. Where sweet things and just keep it hot.
Just keep it
Just keep it hot.
Now,
I got all
we have a special guest tonight. Woo! We got my boy. Introduce yourself. You have our own personal chairman. Right there on this office. First element. Say that a little bit louder, let them know. Hydro, the first element. My boy Hydro, the first element, always been there. That's what's up. He gonna let y'all know.
Welcome to the sweet spot.
I'm gonna sit down and do this what we normally do. My message to y'all tonight.
That's what's up.
Anything on the internet never ever showed my face. Until today, been watching y'all though.
Just eliminate the shit. This motherfucker got the lights back here and working right. You already know we ain't never got shit that work right in this motherfucker, but it's all right though. Get it right.
That's right.
Make it
That's
happen,
right.
baby.
And you ain't pimping tonight.
The shaman has spoken.
Most deaf. Hey, as I get some shit together, I'm gonna let my boys holler at y'all, let you know what they've been up to, what's been going on with them. Also, too, if you got any advice for the chairman, please feel free to ask. I mean, if you want, you want any advice,
For some grand discussion.
real shit. Throw out some topics, whatever y'all want to talk about, he got you.
Hell yeah.
All right, let me try to get some shit together real brief.
So.
Let me find it.
Indeed.
Pull up some instrumentals.
I think I finally found some lo-fi. Plug up to this motherfucker. Hopefully this shit.
That'd be light. It's all Major League's only. But I want to hang in the Hall of Fame. We cannot smoke.
Be on the lookout for the end of the podcast. We're gonna play some exclusives for y'all, so just be ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All day.
But can't play those house rocks.
No, it's not that. It's the fucking back piece.
Holy shit, I just noticed. That's so sick. Yeah, that is the perfect gift. Yeah, another one. It all connects and it's all fucking in it one. Yeah. So it's actually everything. Everything is just
All right. So. All right, so man, so how's everybody New Year, man? How y'all doing this year?
shit. Real great. No one close to me has got COVID. Thankfully, none of y'all. Hallelujah. Either. Maybe we'll get through it, man. I mean, I've seen quite a few get it and get through it. Might usually is just a little fluke. Don't be afraid. Stay strong.
Yeah, no, that's man, they've been chilling with me too. Like, just another year, another opportunity to make shit happen. You know what I'm saying? It's always a blessing too. Be around for me. Make that stuff.
Gotta throw my blessing out there real quick. I just moved in with my grandma. I haven't seen her in years. She's the one that raised me. So, I mean, now we're planning on starting a little something together. Actually, we own some property in Mexico, and I might be moving out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
With her, yeah, and do something with it just for a little while. I'll be back, of course. Leave her there, you know, with a nice finished house. I do construction.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go over there and do that. That's my blessing. I'll get a chance to repay her for raising. We have to.
That's a good thing.
That's like a double blessing. Yeah, set her up all nice like shit.
Exactly.
Hey, Shaman has spoken. Shit. Hey, really, because it's like this. Look, a lot of people take their parents, grandparents, or loved ones for granted, man.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know that firsthand. Like, I got family members that do that crazy shit.
I also did a little, medical transit.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't believe how many grandparents I've seen where they're like, and they talk to me and they're like, oh, I'm like on the ride over, you know, when I'm transiting them. Taking them to wherever they gotta go, because it's just like, dialysis mainly.
Yeah, just for those things.
But these people are like, oh, like I'm picking them up from like homes.
Yeah.
And they're like telling me like, oh, I haven't talked to my son in years, or like my granddaughter or whatever. Like, and they're really like trying to like talk to me, looking for connection, and it's like, what the fuck, like, dude, like, well, I'll give it to you, all right, like I'll chop it up with them and shit, but, and I'll even go out of my way to like come by after work and be like, hey, here you go, grandma, here's a little meal, you know, like, I know nobody fucking, you've been eating this crap, and they get so happy from that.
It's a little gesture. No, it's not even a gesture. It just sucks that like they're like so happy to. Because I've been in jail and I know what county food is. And that's what they're giving them. And you know, like when you get a real meal from out there, you know, that's what it's like to them. You know, they're stuck there without being stuck. They can go out, but they're too weak themselves to do it. So somebody needs to do it. What worker's gonna do it? You know, they're already swamped in work with all these other dudes because they're usually understaffed, you know, underfunded.
Yeah, true.
That's another political issue that they really should get on.
Yeah.
But here they are changing, you know, man and woman to she, and she to shin, like whatever. No, deser and all this stuff. Not shit on them, you know, on all these, that group itself, but the way they're going about it politically is not the right way to go about it. It's oh my God, it's going to create like I think a cascade of wrongdoings that are just irreversible in the long run in a political sense. You know, they're going to change certain laws that are just like not meant to be fucked with. Like these are solid, you know, but so many people are backing them and everything out of fear of being called a bigot and stuff like that. Where like it's like I said, it's creating an avalanche, a cascade effect.
Right, but man, there's a lot of social influence where people don't want to be like, oh, they're trying to be called something or looked at as something else, so I can't express what I feel it's against what they're trying to do. You know, it happens all the time.
It's getting into our schools, into our science classes, and into our government, and it does need to stop. Like, I mean, not stop, but you know,
I think
at least mitigated with.
When it happens naturally, when like it comes down to the individual, us, it's like, of course, like we accept them for whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
But if there's an external force pushing something, you know,
Exactly.
into that direction,
Exactly.
and that's where it's like they're pushing out to others to be in such a way.
Because honestly, isn't it confusing and actually like grammatically wrong to say they when you're talking about one person?
They're trying to explain something that we can never understand.
It confuses the thing. It confuses the whole thing.
Yeah, that's real shit though, and you know what's crazy? My oldest son
Muddies the waters.
real man. It's crazy as fuck because my oldest son, when he was about, I say he had to be about 3 or 4, and we were on the metro. My son asked me, he had seen his first.
How old is your son?
He's 9 now.
Okay.
But this is when he was like 4 or 5, right? And that was the first time he had ever seen a transgender in his life, right?
Okay. And that's something that's actually kind of brand new, you know, like with the advancement of science. So these are new questions we're dealing with, you know.
But as a child, he knew though. As a child, he knew.
You know what he asked me?
As a child, he knew there was something wrong
Yes.
here, right?
Yes.
He's like, wait a second.
Yep.
What is that?
Yeah.
And this is what it was. He asked me.
That's why I've always said, like, don't, they're trying to, like, call themselves they, them, and shit. But we already have a word for that. It's it. Sorry to be so blunt about it, but if you're being ambiguous, we don't know what it is. You know, like you look at a reptile and you don't know if it's female or male, you call it an it. You know, like, yeah, exactly. But they're trying to humanize it. But there's not a dehumanization to be called.
But they want you to be sensitive to every single thing to where you can't do nothing. You have to watch everything you say because you offended some group somewhere that's going to speak out and say something.
Have you seen the ridiculousness of exactly what you're talking about?
how far it's gone. Just this.
Hey, I'm gonna add you. What's up? I'm gonna add you.
All right,
This chat room, and I'm gonna add you
Yo,
too.
what's up, brother? Welcome. So
All right,
this
I'm
not sure
Let
who
me
it was. What up, brother? Who is this? With the mask? Oh shit! What up, brother? I thought it was you, dude.
You want to
But I wasn't
sit here?
sure.
You want to sit here, or you want me to pull this
I'll
over here?
right there.
Okay.
Just
You got a fucking ninja mask on and shit. Oh.
But you know what? That's real shit though. And it's crazy. You know what my son asked?
No, really, they're even starting to get into religion.
Yeah. This is what our son asked me. He said, he was like, he said, Dad, is that a man trying to be a woman?
Or a woman trying to be a man.
No, it was really a guy like that had a scruffy face. He was just dressed like a female, but he had the beard and all that shit. And my son saw this. He was 3 years old, and he was like, "Hey, and I told him, I said, what do you see?" Because I'm like, I don't lie to my kids. So I'm not gonna sit here and tell him like, oh yeah, you know, well, it's a woman, but it's a guy who thinks he's not. What did you just see?
Hey, bro, I gotta give you respect for that. That's old school, dog. My grandparents, not even my parents, but grandparents used to talk like that. You're old school. A generation beyond.
Yeah, and you know what it is? It was just, and it's not me judging nobody, but it was really my son asking the question. I mean,
it's not judgment. It's what do you see there standing in front of you? Like, is it a woman or is it a guy dressed in women's clothing? And you know, like just analyze that. You know, like they're stuffing their shit. It's a kid like that until they get the money to actually like get the science done, whatever the procedure done, the medical procedure done. But it's still, you know, skin with a, you know, silicone.
That's how kids be mean. Be honest, mean though, you know. Yeah, no, they be honest though. Like you're like, oh, you can't say that. They're like, why is the truth?
And here's a little story for you guys. My grandpa, he likes to go. I'll be fucking totally honest with you guys. My grandpa likes to go around. He's still, dude. You should see him. He dresses like there's some mobster and shit. And he fucking goes around spending all this money at like these bars and like he'll go to Mexico whatnot and like screw these chicks, all these like young ass chicks, right? And so he told me this. So he told me this story. He says, "You got this chick, fine ass chick, looking good, whatever." He starts screwing her. And she keeps like pressing down on her like stomach. Get it? Trying to like tighten it. And he's like, wait, something's wrong. Like, hey, like, what's going on with you? Like this and that. Like, why are you like keep doing that and shit? And why are you like so loose? And like, she's like, oh, like she broke down the truth, you know, like, hey, like, I was actually born a man, you know, and she was like, you know, I'm sorry for tricking you. Because there was some hoe and like he had paid her. Honesty is appreciated. Well, he had paid her already. Because it was at a brothel. So like he had already paid the brothel. I went to the room and like he was like, oh fuck, like what the fuck, like, and like, well, anyways, she was like, all right, anyways, she's like you can hit me, others have, you know, and they beating on me, like I'm not gonna say anything, go ahead, I'm sorry, if you're not satisfied, go and do what you want. Yeah. So
be sorry for not saying nothing.
So my fucking
if you've been better boosted.
That's funny. It's
funny that she said
right, like, then that means that you
it's fucking funny that she said
people will tell you
funny because
Right.
it's
People are clearly offended. And
it's hilarious that you say it because you know it's not that I don't know if it like that, but my dad, his reaction was fucking hilarious. He told me, she was like, "Oh, you can go ahead and beat me like others have, you know, all this shit, or you know, like get your money back. You can leave right now. I don't care, you know, like, or you can hit me."
You got me.
And so my dad says, "It's okay, Mika. Just turn around. No, just fuck him, yeah." He's like, "Well, I'm a bitch." I was like, "God damn, Grandpa, dude. I can't look at you the same anymore now, man. What did you do?"
Oh, everything.
I put the chip down.
Well, he said, like, I kind of felt sorry for her, so I was like, you know what? Just turn around.
He's like, turn around.
Just wake me up to.
Wouldn't you rather want to just beat me?
But I can only imagine her like response, like, "Huh? Okay, yeah, go ahead." I mean, not her.
So I'm not gonna get beat.
It.
Like, wait, so we're not doing
Him?
That's
No,
kinda-
it's still
kinda what I
him.
wanted.
It's a him or a her, dude. I mean, there's a reason why. Even now, you know, you have a baby, and what does it say? Female, male.
Hey,
There's no other or anything on that.
even in fucking nature, plants are fucking male and female.
Yeah.
And they're alive, right?
Yeah, they're living.
Yeah, they're
Look.
living
These fucking,
organisms.
look, I got motherfuckers that she'll tell you that I've been growing from like seedlings out there.
So you know.
Yeah, I've been like, trust me, look, I even was fucking grooming goddamn worms. I had some like worms and shit that was grubbed from my turtle.
Oh no, we got worms now.
Yeah.
A lot of them are.
Yeah. It depends on if there's not enough
Because
females
there
or
are-
one that like change up and shit.
Actually, there are around
Frogs changing shit too.
Frogs
You know
and
what?
like seahorses and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see what's the tip.
Oh,
and that's
man.
anamorphic.
Yeah, certain like insects or
I
certain
believe
like
that's the word for it.
amphibians and shit that do that kind of shit.
Well, dang, did this fucking Godzilla have kids by himself?
No, wait a minute. Hey, I know it's one of the fucking the old one and shit. Yeah,
But you know
Yeah,
what?
Godzilla's kids. Yeah. Godzilla wasn't fucking all the
Oh,
low-key Godzilla.
That is just a movie. However, the concept is not.
Real.
It is an actual thing in nature.
In nature, it's actually.
There are several species of reptiles, lizard, that are born only. See, that's the thing they changed. Is in the movie they made Godzilla a male, but whenever this happens in nature, they're all females, and they won't mate. They'll just at a certain point in their life they'll just reach sexual maturity and have a little clutch of eggs, and they'll all be born female, and they'll all do it again. Yeah, if they survive.
Have you heard of the Great Jimmy King Piccolo?
Great.
Oh yeah, exactly.
After Goku went through this shit, he was
Yeah.
he had
Screw
to
up
he
the
still
egg.
grew an ankle, and
Yeah,
that's
he
the Piccolo
threw
we
it.
know and love today.
That's
Damn.
That's what
We nothing left.
that's
Shout out
what
to
we,
Piccolo.
well, in scientific communities, that's what's called asexual reproduction.
They can do it themselves.
They
They
can
don't nobody.
just like grow up, and that's what a lot of microbes are, germs and whatnot. They just keep doing it. So
That's their ability right there to keep going, you know?
yes, and they can even survive the vacuum of space.
Oh, they
And that's
We
what
need to put an end to that.
actually like gives credence to the theory of panspermia, that life on the planet originated from asteroids impacting the planet and surviving here, and then these microbes created a soup within the water and ate each other, and some were dominant, took some species out, whatnot, and grew into, like multicellular organisms. Well, micro.
Nope.
Actually, we're talking about protozoa.
It failed.
Protozoa. But those are living, I guess. I mean, they're conscious.
Like
They
you're
know
saying,
what the fuck
like
they're doing at least.
You're saying like, oh, like the strongest generation survived and then eventually became what you're talking about right now, or what? Like species and died off. The ones that were.
Oh, of course, even in the protozoa,
Oh, the plastic.
certain germs, we can, to simplify it, we'll call them, microbes.
Yeah.
Certain, but they weren't microbes. They were protozoa. Protozoa became microbes. Single cell organisms. And then those single cell organisms became multicellular. Through the same process, eating each other and like combining and splitting apart.
Right.
And all this became us eventually, and we still do this to this day,
Still reproducing.
What do you do when you have an egg? Well, when you reproduce, even as humans, it's two different cells coming together, going in, amalgamating, and then when that comes to play, into fruition, that one goes into another one. That one goes into another one and does the same process again. And what is that but splitting a part of your DNA, a part of your code, but their code is simpler. So they're splitting their body apart, but you're you have something to admit.
Oh, gotcha.
Because you're much more, how should I say, evolved. You can split apart some of your genetic code without actually harming yourself.
Right.
Or having to reproduce yourself and regenerate yourself.
I'm still whole, complete.
That's actually why we don't have the ability to regenerate anymore, because we don't need it. That's the whole reason for regeneration, is because you split yourself in half to create two of yourself, and then you regenerate yourself. Well, no, we don't have that because we don't split ourselves.
Yeah, we combine half and half.
Other animals like sea stars, fucking octopi, spiders, lizards can regenerate even. They're not that far from the original genome.
Because they're closer to the asexual self than we are.
They are.
Where we can
Because they can
shoot it out when we can shoot ours.
Because they can still produce asexual races.
Right.
They're still closer, yeah. You can tell through that.
And we're way further.
If any genome has the ability to reproduce itself asexually, that's closer to the original genome that started this whole life on the planet.
Oh, what the hell was the deal?
There was a protozoa, fungi.
What the hell was the deal?
Among the
We just talking all that real. We just talking all that real. What the hell was the deal? We just talking all that real. Let you know.
Yeah, just not gonna know what they said about.
What the deal? What's the deal? We just talking all that real. We just trying to fucking make it to the films at the picture perfect time. Picture perfect lifestyle. Everybody know I'm go wild, be like smoking all that Ghana. Everybody know, man, doing my Ghana. Everybody know, man, doing it with Ghana. That was Spanish, but doing it with strength. Everybody know my strength. Everybody know my range. Everybody know I do it like a step three. I'm cooking up in the kitchen with a skirt. Cooking up in the kitchen with a skirt.
I got a couple bad bitches on my dick that last all night. They put the body in cast because they get broke down like a blunt. We can talk shit, but they blink like it's that time of the month. I don't give no kind of fuckers, I ain't no kind of punk. Yeah, your ass is a fag because you got junk in your trunk. Talking about you ain't got no shit in your tank, but you over there talking about ain't gay sucking dick like tank. It's crazy as shit. Go home, wild nigga, throwing babies.
looking like you ain't got no kids, but you see him talking about I play stepdaddy to a crazy bitch. Or she have you watch her kids go fuck with her baby daddy. That shit's kind of funny.
Got keys.
Yeah.
Give me keys to the kingdom and I'll show you what to do with it. Yeah. Give me keys to the kingdom and I'll show you what to do with it.
Here we go, man. Toast the child, what from the ice, man. Where my ice in, it flows in my veins like a slow flow. I do lyrics to my brain, and I'm so full stuff in my face, and I'm so full. I'ma get it so good, but I'm still hopeful. Yeah, how you catch it, the beat, smack that the beat, repeat, freedom, freedom, sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. And I split like a switch sweet. Yeah. When I split like a switch sweet, slipping on it up. I'm about to get it heat. I'm doing that. When my team took up. With a shot. Yeah. Oh man, I'm just showing up right now. You good. I had to make it. I made it. I made it in 23 minutes. It should take me like 33 minutes. I made it 10 minutes.
There you go.
Oh, A to B.
They get that estimate time problem.
It's like
I'm going 115 the whole way.
Woo! Shit, I'm on my way.
Yeah. My truck didn't want to go faster than that. I was like, fuck.
it could have been more.
But my truck said not.
Yeah, it was like,
Let's go cruising right there then.
all right.
Yeah. Hey, so what y'all think about that shit that happened last week? That was fucking Capitol building.
Oh man, that's some
this,
bullshit.
you know?
That's some fucking bullshit, bro. That's insane, bro. But that shit, look, that's just all orchestrated from the top. That's just pretty much orchestrated from the fucking main motherfuckers that they want you to do that.
Do you blame them or the ignorant people?
You get such big stacks of things.
Why are this like?
So I got my
I
people
feel like that's
that,
not the majority of people. I feel like that's like the small fraction of racists.
I'm here by
No, that's the thing. Look, that's the thing.
Specifically got it.
Look, hold on.
I kept asking them, you know, on candy. And I ran out my last one.
I'll get you on that one. Hey, check it out. I think you have pretty good fucking like questions. Hey, this was saying, hey, repeat what you said. Do you blame them?
I said, is it on the majority of people who are ignorant?
Well, check it out, bro.
And I feel like that's a small portion of people that are racist, but the media
And
generalize it to cause division amongst people.
actual movements that you've seen, apparitions, and have you actually seen
That's tough.
flesh and blood?
But
You know, religious people would call them demons, but
there's
this
a
is
lot
like
of
an alien. I think.
them, like,
You know what? After we finish talking about this, I want to get into that. We're going to talk about that. That's
I've
actually
seen
next
a lot of
episode.
fucking shit.
No, bullshit, you not. That's I want to get into that.
I wasn't into it. They'll see it. They'll start seeing it.
Right now, I'm
The
asking
whole family.
because right now I'm asking everybody what's going on.
Well, yeah, what's up
or
with
what
the
they
Capitol?
feel about
Yeah, how?
capital shit.
So
Like,
check it out.
they shit.
I think he had. I think he was on point with what he said right now.
Let's get into it.
So
No, the back don't work like that.
I can show you now. Check this out. Fucking. Let's
Stop
go
them.
here.
Stop them right now, right here.
Alright.
Yeah, we on top of the Capitol. What you said? All right, repeat that because I want you to know my boy right there.
All right, so I wanted to know what would you guys take on what happened at the Capitol building last week?
All right, so check it out.
Where you guys, how did you view it, and like kind of where do you think we're going from here? I mean, from that point moving on, is it one of those situations where You're not surprised, or you was like taken back?
Check it out, Eli. See what you said though, dog. I think that's a big ass like fucking like.
Honestly, like I have a totally unbiased perspective. I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I don't believe in any of that. I don't trust anyone in power because they don't care about us. Straightforward. Either party. It doesn't matter which side. What they want you to do is pick a side and fight each other. Like straight off. That's literally the point. Division so that they can be in power and keep you distracted.
Break it down a little simpler. But
we're talking about specifically. Like I feel like media wants to point it all at a leader, at one person, instead of just a small faction of racists, right? Or like radical people who don't really represent like everyone.
Yeah.
Like I feel like those people were extra, and like that was totally ridiculous. You know, it was dumb.
Yeah.
But I feel like those people they just came out of
like
the
the radical side of the group.
Like they came out of hiding. And you know what I'm saying? Like those are racist, crazy people.
Yeah.
It's always been there.
They're gonna generalize it to make people fight each other.
But look, what you said earlier, hey, do you blame them? Hey, this is a real question. Who do you blame? Do you blame the small faction of people, or do you blame the people in power? So
that's what I just said.
The small faction of people, which I think the media is trying to fucking basically focus on them so they can fucking inspire more hate. You know, that is basically coming from the top. That is coming from the top.
This is the thing, yeah, exactly.
It's coming from the top, so you can't really fucking hate.
The media is being hated by the top.
Yeah, right up.
They run into
if you actually take the time to look into
they're run by a couple corporations. They're run by a couple corporations. They're run by
but if you take the time to investigate, you'll see where that money is coming from, and it's usually coming from the politicians.
Yeah, it's even coming from the politicians
and if they want to hide that politician, it's actually their beneficiaries, which they have a secret meeting.
It's coming from the top.
You can't fucking really investigate that unless you know, happen to know that this person met with this person who works for this person.
Yeah,
owns this company.
Look, and that's the thing.
And that's how it works, really, when you're trying to
they all work for somebody.
Find
the thing
where
is that
the
we're not
money
trying
is going.
we're not trying to get necessarily we're not trying to get deeper into the fucking thing of actually taking.
Follow the money.
No, it's not even that. Everybody can follow the money, and there's a lot of smart people smarter than us, and there's fucking lots more wealthy people that you can follow the money. That's just easy. A fucking a high schooler can fucking follow the money for a fucking AP project.
Yeah,
you feel me? You can follow the money like nothing. It just actually takes somebody to slow their fucking process down and fucking be like, hey. So why? What's the fucking goal?
It's all about
what's a 5 year? What's a 5 year goal? What's their 10-year goal?
Yeah,
what the fuck are they thinking that will lead to what? To accomplish what? What are they trying to accomplish?
They have an agenda.
It's an agenda. And that's the thing that a lot of people
23 years.
Look, that's what a lot of people forget. That's what a lot of people forget to follow, to try to figure out what their agenda is.
Right. The overall
if
goal.
you try to figure out what the goal is, then you understand why she's going down.
Right.
You feel me? Like,
first and foremost, just to disrupt us. Disrupt us. Keep us
The goal was laid out in that book, 1984, man.
Yeah, I heard about something like that.
It really looks like that to me.
Look, and the thing is,
that book they used to be able
let's
to
find a little bit.
rearrange, just like that deep fake shit. They used to be able to rearrange your speech on live camera and make you make it look like you're saying something else. Well, you're seeing that now. Also, you're looking at in that book, they're like talking. And this is like written in like the 1950s or 60s, and he's talking about like cameras everywhere. And this guy's talking about
and I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, it was like in the 1980s though.
He's talking about like all of humanity has been like corralled.
Yeah.
Well, not that all of humanity, but everybody is being separated in cities,
and factions or whatever.
Yeah, but these cities don't know that anybody else exists. Only the higher ups know that there's other cities.
Yeah.
But what everybody is telling everybody in these cities, all the higher ups in all the cities, are telling people that the world is done. Everybody else died out there. They need to stay inside these walls and shit. Which is like, all right, come on.
Well, look, that's the trick. That's the trick.
Right now,
because I feel like everything right now, bro. Even with the fucking movies that are coming out, I feel like all that shit is trying to get you on the same fucking page mentally. Like, hey, bro, everybody knows the statistics and analytics. Everything, quantum, fucking everything's pretty much recorded.
Well, not
Bro,
quantum, dude.
No, I'm not even, no, my bad. That's why I stopped right there.
Quantum only means tiny.
Hold on. That's why I stopped right there. Bro, hey, but check it out. Even with your fucking phone that you have that
quantum,
it's listening,
bro. No, not even that. Bro, if you have your fucking on privacy, if you have your fucking navigation shit turned on, bro, and you pass by a store like Nourish Firms or whatever the fucking big ass store too many times. Somehow on your fucking phone is gonna be starting to advertise you that fucking store because it knows your locations and you want to bypass it.
Have you check it out? I'll bring something else up to your attention. Look at when you go to YouTube.
Well, look.
When you go to YouTube, think something, but don't say it. Don't ever say it. Just think it. Just think it, and it'll start showing up.
Hey, that's some real shit though.
Okay?
That's real shit.
Break that down a little bit to me more.
I'll break that shit down.
I'm not too sure about
they've had this technology since the 1940s.
I know about the technology about fucking.
They've had this technology since the 1940s.
All your
and what is an look at the same way your speaker works. How do you think your speaker works, dude?
I don't know.
That's so loud.
I don't know how the fuck my speaker works.
Some wires vibration.
Yeah, but these wires, that's where this, what I'm talking about, that same, this is where this technology branches off, is where the analog signal comes in to the speaker, and it gets fucking it gets, how should I say, translated into a sound.
But how is that? Look, that's broken down to
you understand how that happens. That's what I'm saying.
I don't. But
you mean like the iPhone?
Hey, check it out. Even to dumb it down.
Dumb it down even further.
Even to dumb it down, like
Brian,
when
back
you're
down.
getting that signal, an electrical signal is nothing but vibration.
Yeah.
Alright?
Yeah. Look, but that's some
that's all that fucking wire is that computer's getting. Little sounds like
Wait, hold on, you guys.
when
Hey,
you're
let me
playing
ask
some
my
sound.
Hold on.
Hey, it's my boy Brian. Hey, Brian, can you hear us? What up, Brian? Hold on. Turn this shit up. Okay.
There you go, man. Got the apple juice?
Yeah.
Hey, turn your mic up. I can't really hear you.
But
I got that money.
the point is, they can do the same thing like a brainwave. It's all a wave, and they can do the same thing with a brainwave. They have computers. Well, they have computer setups that can fucking algorithms that can and not only algorithms, equipment that can detect a brainwave.
Well, I know they ain't detecting my fucking brainwave right now.
I'm not detect, but just collect the brainwave. Transmit your brainwave through this wire, and then an algorithm that can translate it into an understandable format.
Check it out.
Shit was trying to.
And they've had that since the 1940s.
Yeah, but
47. I think.
there's no Google records every
All of it, bro.
spot you go to.
Bro, we talking
And
to
anything
Google's
owned by
listening,
Google.
bro.
Look, hey, yo, look,
Every
this
time you
is,
say- every time I say
Go to
something,
any
my
Google
Google
website.
listens, bro.
bro, check it out.
They
No,
record-
exactly where you are.
they
No,
record the whole
no.
internet,
This.
No, hey, I totally feel you, bro. Hey, check it out. On my wrist, bro, my fucking watch, you know, this is a fucking Garmin. It's not even an Apple Watch. But anyway, this shit's tracking my heart
This looks better than
No, bro, this is has my heart rate. It tracks how many steps I take. It knows my navigation. This shit knows, like, hey, bro, like, I take this shit off. There's a fucking green light fucking tracking my heart rate, bro. Like, literally, this shit. No. Once I put it on my wrist, right here, this shit got my heart rate. This shit got how many steps I take. This is where I've been at. Where I go.
But the phone does a lot of, not the heart rate, not the heart rate.
Check it out. Look. And this is just the amount of technology, bro.
For a second, so.
It's the amount of technology I'm getting into.
It's going further than what we think.
Hey, bro.
Yo, they want to make us into a priority.
Check it out.
You really gotta like that.
What you
They also make us less human. They want us to do more.
We're gonna technologically advance with.
And that would be the only
Look, that's the tough part. That's the tough part. Hey, yo.
We'll be dead.
And if you guys have to find the robot units, I'm walking in the
Hey,
Hold on.
Hey, Brian, can you say something, Phil? Man, we can't hear you, man. Damn. I can't hear you at all.
Is your
You muted the mic. The mic.
Nah, my mic's not on mute.
No, his.
Yeah, it's his. Now we trying to get your perspective on what happened last week. 'Cause I know you got some interesting shit to say.
We're going a little bit out of top. Let's get back to it.
Anyways, the wild.
I'll tell you what's up, dude.
We're good.
It's all in the dialogue.
It's not even a dialogue language.
Once you become
It's
more
all
machine than human,
this.
even some machine than human, it's easier to fuck with machines than human. I mean, I guess you just steps.
You're gonna see the same shit. You're gonna see a lot.
That's above like the individual.
Oh, no.
Be like, like not be like,
There's no one.
at the end of the day, humanity as a whole is always gonna be like that. And it's always go towards that direction, even if you don't want it.
Loyal,
So it's like,
supporter.
you can do, like you can
Since when have there been terms like this, like
Obama
Obama supporter,
Yeah,
Obama
we never heard that.
loyalist, or let's say Nixon supporter, Nixon loyalist,
It's like we're trying to slow it down and spread the word.
supporter.
Yeah, that would never be.
And you know what they really
All
are?
these ers and ists,
Yeah.
they're just adding that little suffix in.
But you know what they really
That's why I
are?
said they just the KKK was a new look.
Yeah, no. Not only that, I'm gonna tell you what it
Not
is.
that.
They call them supporters, but you know what it is? They're even worse. They're fans.
Yeah.
You know what's short? What a fan is short for? A fanatic.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why whenever I do shows or whatever, I never tell people I want people to be my fans. I don't want you to be a fucking fanatic. John Lennon got killed by a fan. Hey, you back?
But this is what you
Wait,
guys
hold on, hold
aren't
on.
understanding.
Wait. All right. Wait. So, what's your point on what happened last week, Brian? Can we hear you?
Yeah, this is it.
Wait, hold on. I don't mean to cut you off. Is there a way that you can put the microphone close to you, or that we can hear you a little bit clear?
Yeah,
Or you can turn it up.
It's hard to hear you, bro. A
we
little
can
better,
hear
bro.
us a little better.
That's a little bit better, but it's still not adequate.
Everybody, let's just be quiet.
All right,
cool.
That's crazy.
Damn. Hey, no, because it's funny because my boy has a very interesting perspective on shit. Like, so we grew up two totally different type of lives. Like, I grew up in the hood, and then I lived in the suburbs for a little bit. You feel me?
So you know both
it's on
sides.
me.
Yeah. So
Thank
it was
you,
like
thank
me and
you.
him had an experience together with the police where
No, stop.
we were walking down the street
That's
on my
another thing I
house in
practice.
Santa Clarita, right? And the fucking police rolled by us. We walking. Police rolled by us, and I told him like, oh, "Shit, man, they gonna bust a bitch. They gonna fuck with us." He's like, dude, why would they fuck with us? And I told him, I said, "Trust me, man. the way that they looked at us, they were fucking us. Because, I already knew from being growing up in the
Don't
hood.
you get?
It's
not even
it's an instinct now, you know.
Hey, it's not even that you're like thinking it.
It's as you know.
You already see it.
Yeah.
You fucking feel it. I don't know what it is.
But
It's
it's
because
like,
it's happening.
you know what's happening. I think it's because you feel it.
Well,
you
no,
feel
yeah.
like a
No, you
suspect. But hey, honestly, bro, it's like, and this is coming from a completely fucking like, bro, I'm like, why is he fucking with me? But sometimes I feel sensitive because I be rolling with fucking like 4 or 5 packs.
Yeah.
I be rolling with fucking gang shit.
It's like a sixth sense
and,
kind of thing.
and the thing that I fucking try to think about is don't think negative thoughts like they're gonna bother me, because the first thing that comes to mind, when I pull up on a cop is fuck, I got 10 packs, I got a gang fucking driving car.
Right.
I'm like, hey, look at him like fucking like innocent. The first thing that comes to mind, I try to fucking stress out.
Yeah.
And when anybody stresses out or comes to their mind and shit, I think that's what you attract.
Well, see, this is the thing too, though.
Both sides.
It's like so the reason why I have this respect for shit. My mom is a cop. Okay. And my mom's been a cop since 1995. She wasn't always a cop my whole life, but I remember before she became a cop, and after my mom became a cop, what she told me out of her own mouth was like, I was probably 8, 9, maybe. My mom told me, she said, as an African American male, you have a target on your back. This is in the 90s. Yeah. She told me, she said, you have a target on your back as a young black man. This is a cop telling me this. Right. So over the years, I try to be naive, like, maybe this ain't this or this is not that, right? But just being just anywhere. I've been in situations where I've seen the cops try to pull some bullshit on me because of my race and my ethnicity or who I'm around. Right. And they taking their own mindset to where it's like, oh, well, yeah, you're doing this or you're this kind of person. Then they run my name and they find out, oh, wait, hold on. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, wait, yes, sir. Oh, wait, are you related to so-and-so? Something like, yeah. Oh, man, well, and then the whole perspective changes. That's just fucked up. And it's fucked up because that's the only thing, that's the closest thing that I, as a black man, have ever seen the white privilege. Because of mom, and it's only with LA, the only reason why, because of the reputation that my mom built up in the department. Had my mom not had the reputation that she had, nobody would have gave a fuck. Yeah. They would have tried to fuck me over or whatever they want to fuck me over. I've been in the car with family members where motherfuckers have sat up there and looked at us like, oh yeah, you gonna do this or you're doing this, right? Yeah. And I don't tell them anything until they start doing illegal things, start lying. My thing, with the cops is like, look, don't start lying. Don't tell me that you need to see my ID because you pulled him over for failure to signal. Yeah. Oh well, it's our job.
Aggravates them. Yeah, and they know the law, like know what they can and can't.
And the whole thing is,
that's the main thing.
Exactly. And then they go, oh well, who are you supposed to be? I'm like, well, look, you can call the chief of police. Call chief of police. Yeah. Ask him who I am. And it's not even that. It's just the fact that I know what you're doing. Yeah. And don't pull the shit on me. I'm not.
Hey, bro. Hey, how I hit him, and I've been lucky. I've been really lucky because I was driving. I got a DUI, and I was driving for like 2 years with a suspended license. I didn't fix my shit until very. Yeah. So every time, and I got pulled over 3 times with the suspended license, but I hit him real quick. Correct. First of all, turn out the car, have my hands on top, threw the keys on top. Turn out the car, threw the damn keys on top of the dash. So the car was completely off, keys off the ignition, my hands on top. And I was like, hey, you know what? Like, all respect, I know what you gotta do and shit. I got, nothing wrong. And well, first of all, I was driving a car that didn't have fucking plates. My aunt was a dealership. A lot of cars don't have plates, right? It's not like we're gonna register all the fucking cars and shit. I told him straight up, I was like, hey, bro, I got the fucking paperwork and this and that. I was like, if you need to check any paperwork, I'm gonna reach out for paperwork. But I got, I'm basically on probation, this and that. So I didn't want him to get into me. So I said, look, I got everything. I'm driving. I know why you pulled me over. I got a car without plates. I get it. You gotta do your job and shit. I just want to know, hey, I respect. I'm not trying to fucking get your bobo. Got to the point that if you show respect, they pretty much. If you show respect, you kind of act like you're sorry, but you know what the fuck is going on, and in a way that they feel fucking like respected and they feel empowered, you kind of have to act. You kind of have to act a certain way. Like even if I didn't do anything wrong, like everything, I had to act a way like, oh well, yeah, I'm smaller than you, you know. And that's what they see. That's what they see. That's how they feel. You shouldn't. You shouldn't, because they have to search the people. They're to protect and serve the people.
That's true.
But they forget that. And look, a lot of this is what I was thinking when everything was going down in LA, all the riots, all the breaking in. Look, the cops, I think they should have had like a different fucking way of going at it. I think they forgot that they have to protect and serve the people. They're here to help us. Alright? And that's what is maybe look, and this is it all comes back to the media and what they throw out. And what they throw out to try to control. Look, and also look, it's funny how I say what they throw out to try to control. Maybe if they would have fucking had a different way of fucking coming at them. Hey, look, we have a new slogan or we have a new way of fucking, we're going to consider it's to protect and serve the people. You know? Now the people are looking, hey, yo, the cops are trying to switch up. Now their mentality is more protect and serve what they should be doing. All right? Because everybody, obviously, everybody should be paying attention. I don't know what they're fucking, whatever is going on, but you know, you can bullshit that. You can say, hey, bro, I fucking pay my taxes. If it wasn't for fucking taxes, it wasn't this and that. Who the fuck is paying the cops? Our fucking, we live a certain way because we fucking do what we have to do. We fucking work a job, fucking agree with society, go with the fucking system, and the cops are here to protect and serve. You know, but the thing is that they forgot, and they're not fucking being. It's not widely spread that message. And a lot of people are forgetting and fucking the cops are abusing that shit. You know? What's up?
You know, like just check your story, right? Like that one eccentric, what people are gonna say, because I know how the nigga will got to be, like the overall, like how the people will be, they'll be like, oh, well, like how light are you? What you got? But like when it comes to your story, like I mean, I'm brown, I'm a minority, but like I was in a situation where like I got in an accident, I didn't have my ID, I didn't have real like up to date insurance, and I talked to him respectfully as fuck, like to the max, and they were just like walk home. And like, that was the end of the day. Like,
last week, right? I was driving on the freeway. The car shut off in the middle of the freeway. Right? I was able to merge, thank God, to the shoulder of the freeway. However, this car is new. It has no license plates on it. We had insurance. The insurance expired about a week or two ago, somewhere around here, right? So I have our 9-year-old son inside the car, and I called him. You know, we were calling people trying to see if somebody could give us a jump, but it's not. It wouldn't, like, couldn't press the gas, nothing. It was just off, right? So literally, I mean, I had like a couple of dollars in my account, so it's not enough money to call a tow truck. So I'm with our son, like, what the hell I'm gonna do, you know? So I just called the non-emergency, like, police number, like, okay, I'm gonna take my chances. The lady at the front desk told me call 911 so I can be transferred to CHP. CHP comes out. I tell him, like, look, I don't have no insurance. I don't have no insurance. I have my son in the car. We like in the middle of the freeway. So he was like, you know, he said, you know what? I'm gonna call a tow truck for you. I said, but I don't even have no money to pay the tow truck. So the CHP officer called the tow truck. The tow truck came. He asked that man if he could tow my car for free off the freeway to a parking lot. The tow truck man towed my car to the parking lot for free. We're all the way in Watts, right? The CHP officer drove me and my son home. And that was a good experience as far as them protecting and serving. However, that's a 1 in a
That's like your last. That's your last one.
How many people have a good experience with them versus?
Yeah.
Also, the geographical location.
Right.
Where were you? Right.
That's
right. Different from where you are too.
Right.
Police station,
Right.
the culture of the whole area.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I feel like the people like the worst in the worst situations, like even like the officer in the worst situations, maybe they have like the best heart, but they've been in situations that it fucking molds them into the people that they is. But honestly, it was more like it's a way of fucking getting you to think. So if you see it multiple times, protect and serve. Police, oh yeah, the police are here to protect and serve. Even the police in their fucking mind, they're gonna start thinking, hey, I'm here to protect and serve.
Yeah.
Okay, you see it on fucking TV on an advertisement. If you ever need anything, the police are here to protect and serve. What are the police gonna think? What are they gonna start instilling in the police officer's brain? Protect and serve. No, not no fucking power trip. I'm here to protect and serve, but the thing is that the media, it's all with the media. It's all with fucking. It's even like a marketing kind of scheme because when it comes to marketing, what do you think? What do you think? They throw ads, they throw this and that. McDonald's, the yellow and red is made every time you pass McDonald's. Those colors are gonna make you hungry. I guess those colors are fucking tied to.
I mean, I rap is cool, but I mean, what if somebody would have ran? You know, like, well, what if I would have ran? You know, like, I would have probably gotten shot back.
Well,
and like, I just did what they said. Like, I'm like, all right, what do you want? And there's like all these dudes around, and they're like, oh, just checking it, like, because you.
Bro, but
their
look, that's
excuse always too when they don't find anything on you because they didn't.
Bro, but you gotta be smart, man. You have to come at them like.
I was smart. Why did they come here? I was fucking getting like fucking pointed at with, dude. Like there were like 13 of them, like all around me.
You have to read the cops. You have to read
them. They're like, oh, you got fucking keys on top of the car. I didn't agree.
It's a combination of two things. It's a combination of number one, these like they were bullied in school, like low self-esteem people that get this job to where they want to be empowered. You rarely find police that genuinely want to help people. It's no connection to the community. They don't live in the community that they serve. They don't know nobody out there. They don't know the streets. They don't know like nothing. They don't know that local alcoholic on the corner that's just chilling on the corner. He's not messing with nobody. He's not gonna mess with nobody. He's just chilling. But no, you come from another area thinking that, you know, he caused some trouble and now this man.
But check it out, hey.
And then now it's like, oh, I'm scared now. I got this job where I feel like I have some type of power. Now I'm about to react before I'm gonna shoot before because I'm scared.
But what if, hey, look, this is in my opinion, you gotta catch him off guard. What if you hit him with something that you never expected from you when they first come up? All right, say this is just an instance of getting pulled over and shit like that, and I haven't hit him with nothing too crazy out of the blue. I just hit him.
Before you finish, give me a word of advice.
So this is the word of advice that I was giving. Address them first before they address you.
Exactly what I'm
Talk to them first because the whole thing is you have to realize you have to humanize them. You have to realize that that's the point. That first and foremost. Before anything, like real shit. My thing is like I use that to my advantage. They never do because that's the cops get shot. They're mad anymore. Like she said. Well, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of times, cops not getting shot out of nowhere. This is what it is. So the sheriffs, if you realize, most of the cops that get shot are the sheriffs.
Yeah, they're different. Yeah,
you've been locked up. I've been locked up before. You already know. And you've been in county jail.
You already know.
You know the county jail. You already know them motherfuckers are fucked up in here. You know that this one is ugly.
Yes.
Now think about it. They go out onto the streets.
This is also what I know. Is that a lot of these people in the jails are very uneducated, and a lot of them don't even know how to read. They ask me what the difference between there, and there is, two, and like, like when they're trying to like ask you like write letters, you know, like love you. We gotta over and ask you. We gotta get back to the top.
Or they pay you to write the letters on.
That's where, yes, but I would never do that for them. I'm like, I'm always like, hey, so what is it you don't understand?
Hey, Santo, remember there's different cops, Santo. There's different cops.
Let me tell you about the time that fucking was sexual harassment.
Wait, hold on real quick. Hold on. Hey, Brian.
And finally I turned that around.
Hold on real quick, man. Hey, Brian. So we want you to basically, all right, so before you had to dip, what we were talking about originally, we were talking about what was your opinion on what happened at the Capitol building.
Yeah.
And then after that, we're gonna segue. We were talking about like different experiences with cops, because you and I have had several different experiences, like good, bad, and ugly experiences with cops. Well, it never got real ugly, but it's just like it's kind of ugly. You feel me? But what was your thought process and what's your take on what happened at the Capitol?
Let's hear it.
Yeah. Oh, they're definitely getting orders.
All right, well, we can hear you.
He likes my jacket too.
Okay. If you're ready, man.
So for me, this is something I was speaking my father about. A big component of very much so feels like order can be maintained. Me on the other hand, I'm not a conspiracy theorist per se, but I'm just inquisitive. I'm always asking questions. So regardless of what to I am still going to do all research, do all due diligence, and look at facts and what have you. I know certain things my father doesn't know. I.e. that most households in this country have guns, whether they're registered or not. So at any given time, if there was a certain sector or a certain part of this nation that feels like they are being held down, then something can pop off. You've seen it in all communities, the urban community, the suburban community. Now it's happening with a certain part of our society that has felt like they've been, being held down, but at the same time, they know they can lash out. Now they have a leader as well. So for me, it was just a matter of time. That type of thing that you have in science, two things come together and they present a combustive situation. That's pretty much how I'm seeing how these things happen. Honestly, I'm waiting for people surprised talking about some, people that were at the Capitol, some of them were on the police force. You know damn well that you had to have known that, because logically, these people have been on the workforce or on that job force.
Mm-hmm.
Being police officers, whatever they have in law enforcement,
law enforcement, military.
Yeah. There's people.
Scientific community is also involved. Yeah, go on though. Yeah, go for it.
This is something that honestly disturbs me, but at the same time, like since I've seen it coming, all I can say to us is to get prepared, because what we have seen is not going to be the last of it. It's not something we should be afraid of, but it's something we should be preparing ourselves for.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of guns out there, people. There's a lot of tools I was talking about. This is like, and large deadly too, but if you need to use it, catching, you're going to use it. You're not going to substitute for something else because you're afraid of it.
Yeah.
You're going to use it as a tool.
Yeah.
So I get it. There are people out there that
Exactly.
doing some shit like that. But if you are a level-headed person,
What you need to do is
in this day and age right now is to train yourself with a gun. If you don't know how to shoot a gun, if you don't know how to be tactical, you need to do that. Because shit gets
Hey,
you're not wrong.
Hold
You're just like, get your
on. Hold on. Hey, yo.
Yeah.
One person at a time. Check it out. Let me just take the floor with this gun topic. Well, I completely understand. I completely agree with what you said, but I think even worse than that is technology. Like, I think technology is completely, hold on. Technology is even worse than guns. Because what can guns do to us? All right? Technology is their worst threat and our worst threat. Both ways, as long as we know how to use it. All right? Check it. Guns can protect us. But right now, what they're implicating, what they're implicating on us with technology, and they're getting us used to all this technology, and we want it, you know, and we want it. They're gonna be able to control us. They're gonna be able to control us.
Yeah. I thought I just stepped on them. I was like, holy shit! And I'm trying to like jump out of the way, but not knocking anything over.
No, but yeah, everybody has to be educated on guns. I completely agree with that. I mean, that's the first thing that anybody should, in the right mind, do. You know, I mean, just to even protect your own household, your own children. Anybody can walk into your house and fucking just do whatever they want if they have a weapon on you, you know? But even worse than that, what can get into your home without you wanting to get into your home is technology, and we're accepting it, you know? And I think that technology, I gotta fear technology more than guns, to be honest. Because I'm really, look, I have Alexa, I have, for the Echo Dots and shit, I got 8 of those motherfuckers all throughout my house. I can sync all of them. I can have them play the same fucking music in fucking the garage, the living room, in the kitchen, in the room. Alexa automatically is hearing every fucking thing I say. All right? It's fucking, I say, hey Alexa, put my TV is fucking sync with Alexa because I fucking had to get a new TV so I can turn on my fucking TV as soon as I get home. Alexa, turn on the fucking Samsung TV. All that shit is fucking with us, and it's tracking us, seeing everything we watch, and it's gonna be like, oh, okay, oh yeah, so I'm gonna fucking advertise to him in a way, oh yeah, he watches fucking Westworld, oh yeah, he watches Bad Blood, oh yeah, he watches those. So those are the kind of shows that this guy his mind is thinking in a certain way. And so technology ultimately is worse than guns to us.
Yeah.
Everybody should have guns to protect themselves, but technology, I think, is the way that they're gonna try to infiltrate.
That's why they're part of us, dude. They make us watch things on this shit.
The only thing they're doing against you is not teaching you how to do how to understand the technology.
No, well, look, that's what I'm getting at. It's a vice versa thing. All right, so
us really
we just have to educate ourselves, and like you said, we have to do our due diligence to fucking be on top of that. If we're on top of that, we know how to work technology. We can infiltrate them. Infiltrate them in the sense that we're getting our message out to the media. We're inspiring. We're inspiring people. We're having as a collective. A group of people that actually think in the same way and doing the same fucking motion to fucking do something. Because one person, it can always do, but obviously one person influencing the masses can do a lot more. And we've seen it. We've seen it with Trump. One motherfucker influencing the masses, and they have to fucking ban him on everything because that's an influence. That's an influence. Straight up.
No, dude. They got banned them a long time ago. He's been doing
but
that.
This is the thing, though. They were waiting. It's kind of almost like
they're just waiting for it to perfect.
You know what it was? They were calling. I'm gonna be honest with you. They were calling that motherfucker's bluff. They didn't realize how strong his fans were. Like, this is the thing. Like, they weren't supporters, because if they're a supporter would look out for your best interests. A supporter wouldn't want that to happen to you. A supporter wouldn't do anything that would be detriment to you. But a fan, a fanatic, a follower, a minion is going to do whatever the fuck you tell them to do. So if one of your top generals is saying, we're going to have trial by combat, what the fuck they think? We're going to fight for America. These motherfuckers, Black Lives Matter, Black KKK, with the Black Panthers, these goddamn Crip Bloods, Mexicans, Arabs, Asians, they're all going to come and steal our motherfucking wives, our jobs, our country. And we laid in when they got down there, none of us was there. Because we don't give a fuck about what they were doing. And the thing is, when people try to compare and contrast, they were like, oh, well, What about the Black Lives Matter people? Because you keep killing our fucking folks. You keep killing Native Americans. You keep killing fucking Asians. You keep killing Hispanics. And you've been killing black people since fucking slavery. You feel me? Look, they came also real. I already know what happened with your shit. They came and fucking overthrew y'all fucking queen and shit back in the day for fucking colonialism, for fucking white supremacy. It wasn't no fucking Africans. I know for a fact that y'all ancient king used to be able to call back to fucking Africa to get a whole fucking slew, a big ass army to come and fuck shit up. Like this is the thing. The fucking indigenous, the original people sailed across this motherfucker. That's why there's the people that look like on some real shit. We ain't even related, right? But all of us in this motherfucker damn near the same fucking color. Reason why? Because there's more colored motherfuckers in this world than it is fucking albinos. That's all it is. They call them Caucasians, but they're albinos that came from Africa that breeding with the fucking Neanderthals. That's it. Because they were shit.
Hey, what I believe is that everybody first of all came from what I believe is everybody first came from one person.
Yeah.
That's my belief. Supposedly everybody came from Africa. I gotta be more.
Oh, it's deeper than that.
But so everybody technically is related.
We are all, but you don't know what a Sumerian is.
But it gets
talking about the Anunnaki and the Sumerian consumer. We're talking about we were genetically modified.
Well, that's what's in there.
Yeah.
All right. The fact remains that that's the most ancient.
They were the first ancient civilization.
Yeah, the most ancient.
I feel like
Mesopotamia was the most ancient first civilization.
But check it out.
Yes,
That's the real first one.
That's the
I
most
think it actually makes
ancient
the
history as
My bad.
That's the first one.
Yeah, exactly. They actually did it for a long time.
Now, I just seen some shit the other night where we just made a transition signal to some fucking other galaxy, right? And we did the wild signal back in the day, right?
Yeah.
This is what I've been realizing. So they talk about, well, not only what I've been realizing, but what I've been looking into, they've been talking about like how ancient civilizations had technology before we had a galactic war, shit all that type of shit. Like we blown ourselves up. That's why we had global climate and all that, like global warming, all that shit before. This is the reason why people started living like motherfuckers in the jungle. These motherfuckers have been trying to hide from motherfuckers in outer space because it's the thing. You sending out signals. Oh yeah, we can come back and get your resources, like come get you or whatever. The thing is, it makes more sense if we are hot, but this is why we can't hide. Because we keep looking out there. We keep reaching out. We keep sending out fucking signals and shit.
But can't we fuck with that shit?
We can tell them our location. Exactly. That's what we telling these motherfuckers. We're like telling these motherfuckers like, oh, we here. They're like, yeah, hey, what's up? Come fuck with us. And it's like, think about it. If they
y'all need some planetary resources?
Yeah, like if they are way more advanced than us, and they look at it like, you don't know, we could be at the fucking bottom of the food chain.
Yeah,
we have no defenses.
It's
like the sand, man. They just
take
over the planet, take
they're not using our just like a walkie-talkie. Do you understand? You're on channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, 4, 5, 12, whatever. You're not gonna pick their fucking signal up.
No.
However, they can jump into signal 1 real quick.
They can pick our shit up. Yeah.
Just as simple as if they can get to us,
They can go
already
into
more advanced.
they can get into
I think they're already here.
channel 1
In the ocean.
They fucking do exist, and you're really close to the answer.
Hold on. What you think? Hold on, Doctor. Hold on.
The ocean.
Hey, wait.
Hold on.
What'd you say, Brian? What'd you say, Brian?
Do that.
I'm just saying, I'm just coming by you said they could be the same.
They could.
They are in the motherfucking sea.
They could.
Dag, that's the best place to hide out, in the deepest of the oceans.
They're also underground.
Yeah.
Hey.
They're working through the magnetic field. See if that gives you any insight.
But for me, I wouldn't doubt that there would be
some type of, different type of life one we never knew about was down there.
Yeah.
No, I feel you. Look,
They're
hey,
working through the magnetic field, dude. You're a smart motherfucker. Listen to me. They're working through the magnetic field. Magnetic field,
What's it say the
alright?
origin is
Electromagnetic and light spectrum.
What's it say?
They're
comes
out
from
of our
another
light
origin?
spectrum,
Could
and
it
they're
have
working
been
through
originally
the
from
Earth's
Earth, but we
magnetic
just happened-
field. They can be everywhere at once and nowhere at once at the same time.
Wait, where were you saying from?
That is how they phase through. And how should I say? Teleport. Look at the Philadelphia experiment. That is an actual thing. It's actually fucking. How should I say? It's documented and it's factual. You look at. I'm gonna give you a name right now. His name is motherfucking. He's a Canadian scientist. What is his name?
no, but I feel you. Hey, bro, octopuses.
Oh, okay. Dr. Hutchinson.
Bro, I see.
Dr. Hutchinson.
I see some.
From Canada.
I'm
Look at his
What have you even
experiments.
say?
They actually,
Everything-
we got involved over here
Like those shits are all alien.
with Canada discussing this guy. Well, I mean,
Any underwater creatures, any creature.
we basically took his fucking, we took his whole collection away. But his
Yeah, I think it's
not
just a little
racist. Just look up the Hutchison effect. Not Hutchinson, but Hutchison.
Hutchison.
No N.
Hey, Mike, put
Like,
that in the Hutchison effect.
There's land, but there's like something.
All right, fam. What were you saying before? You already know how that is.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about like how there's aliens and how we believe that.
Oh,
aliens
okay.
might be
John
the same
Hutchison.
shit.
John.
The question I just
John
had was
Hutchison.
like, we don't know the origin. You feel me? We haven't discovered half of it, or more than half.
Exactly.
John Hutchison.
It's not only
effect.
the ocean; it's also the jungles.
Yeah.
So who knows what else we have on land?
Real shit.
You feel me? So like we just don't know. So like no one could really assume anything. We could just assume that we don't know.
HUT.
I mean, so I'm waiting until we know. Shit, I'm waiting to see some proof of shit.
God, they can stay underwater so deep where it's like the pressure would kill anybody. Like,
Yeah.
and it's like dark, you can't see shit. Like, what the
Shit.
fuck?
What's
These
the,
are aliens.
what's
No,
that shit
like,
called?
If you go
Challenger
deep
Deep.
enough in the ocean, it just turns into the
Challenger
fucking
Yeah.
That's the term.
That shit called Challenger Deep.
Just like darkness type.
And it's like that, they said that's where like the fucking Kraken, basically, aka giant squid and shit
I
live.
wouldn't doubt it, man.
And it's like I've been one of those kids when I was younger. Like I used to watch National Geographic cartoons. So my main shit, like I was always watching shit about animals and stuff like that. And also too, what I had learned, one thing that I started learning that some conspiracy shit started. I mean, if it's something that's continuously said, it's usually truth. Like I used to watch that show, The Outer Limits, and all that kind of shit. Like what's that shit? Unsolved mysteries and shit like that. You know, I used to watch that kind of shit when I was a little kid. Scared as fuck, like 12 o'clock at night watching this shit. No, unsolved mysteries.
And that show's real too. So it's like,
And you've ever seen a female on the road, right, on the side of the highway, and she's hitchhiking. Do not pick her up. This is the tale.
That's bullshit.
La Leñora.
You know?
La Llorona.
La Leñora.
La Llorona.
The ones that really got me was like,
Yeah.
the ones that really got me was like, it wasn't horrific or necessarily scary,
The
but it was
Mothman.
eerie. Like it made me think, and it was like, mind fucking.
Yeah, it was like
I
you ever
was a
seen
child,
someone.
and I was just like, what? Like, those were the scariest ones to me.
The
because
scary
it was
look,
just like,
I'm telling you, it's like you ever get a phone call in the middle of the night from a number that you do not
That's
know,
bullshit.
do not answer because it may be someone on the line that you may have not wanted to talk to.
that shit was like the Black Mirror.
Forgot about the fuck.
It was like the Black Mirror before the
And
Black
that's why
Mirror.
I answered like
the original shit. And then
only
they
3%
already
of my
had-
car.
That's literally, it's just like new age.
This is a tale. The little girl who witnessed in the middle of the night.
What the fuck?
Bro, honestly, bro, I think that's the first thing. Like, what is Twilight Zone?
Yeah.
That's the first thing that actually got me thinking in a certain way. Like, hey,
Outside the box, like.
Have you ever seen that? Because hey, that was the first thing. Like my childhood. I think when I was like maybe 4 or 5 or something, and I was like, what the fuck? That's so fucking bizarre. It got you thinking in a whole different perspective.
Yeah, that's the thing, perspective.
Take it.
But it's the same thing as an optical illusion. Yeah, it's all about a perspective. An optical illusion in real life, like you got like many things that they, concoct, fucking scientists concoct where it tricks your ass in real life. Well, how real are these things that you see, like out of the corner of your eye? I don't know. But you know what? When the time me and my friend actually saw that thing, that's when I knew it was
I came to everybody looking. I'm just trying to do me, and I'm trying to do this, and I'm just trying to do my money up and through it. Who is really on top of the game besides us? Motherfuckers know about the bus. I'm about to do this shit. This bitch about to catch a nut. I'm about to do this shit like a squirrel. I'm about to get my nut right. Yeah.
Talk about that when we come back.
Yes, I'm a grand breed, and your ladies acting sleazy. That's not the way to please me. They call me. I'm trying to lose me. If your ladies acting floozy, I'm gonna pass that shit smoothly with the
So nice to you. See these ice $1 million boat. That's why I down the throat.
Hey, we gotta take a little break. It's 2 a.m. It's hot.
Let's fix this.
John Savage all day.
I'm not how we get too into it.
What is
Shit. How am I gonna get it too lit and shit? I'm about to work with you, bitch. About to do this shit. Not some shit.
Time to swap a blunt, throw up, little hoe. Try to do my thing, give up the money. Oh, come through, chill with the homies, I'm smoking. We try to shoot on us, I try to do my thing, try to jump on us. and I don't bet, but bet we gon' make it right. It's hot in this bitch. It's spot in this bitch. Sweet spot in this bitch. Tell me about it. Killing this shit. We feeling this shit.
That's your phone, yeah. It's your money. West side running down, two sides of Gemini. Smoking on that weed, nigga, faded up, get high. I ain't no more style when that shit be cool. You be looking at a nigga like that, he be smooth. That's an instant double D. You know where I be? Really have a track running fast like it's PE. And your girl, she see me like she said in front of a TV with glasses on her face. That's all we need. It's like that. That's LCDC with the cool shit. I'm on fucking cool with it. Ready to come with it. Looking like a nigga about to go tell her too strict. I ain't no game maker, but I tell her what I do. Some fresh shit in this bitch like a prince. I don't do shit cause I know evidence, traces. Fuck that. Faces, fuck that. I come through with a bitch, and she got a bus pass. I don't call no lift. I ain't in for that. Niggas talking shit, but you niggas is some dummy. I turned off a trick like you was a magician. I'm looking like that. Right now, they got a call trick. SweetSpot.
Where you pull up to that SweetSpot?
SweetSpot.
Hey, what you say?
SweetSpot. If you make that beat pot.
You had to put that.
Make it whistle like a teapot.
Let's see what's next.
Right now.
You bitch ass niggas some fucking lame. Talking all that shit, nigga, like you got some game. I got birds, nigga, here, I got pain. Shot mine up a pop, oh, and I don't give a fuck. You take shots like you Tupac. I don't give a fuck you Tupac. Nigga, I'm on the block, though. Niggas looking like you dizzy, cause that's what you're about to go. I'ma tell you niggas up on the bullshit. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. I won't fuck your bitch, nigga. Storm robbers and clickless bitch. Hooligans about to go ahead and flip your bitch. It's a gang bang section. OG this bitch, the girl talking shit, but she gon' be a flip. She gon' suckin' up the swipe, she gon' go and take the pipe. I'ma have that bitch sweet, like she took kryptonite, like she was some girl. I'ma go and be a girl. She gon' say that that shit is secret, like the swirl. But who do we get niggas be so fashion? I don't give a fuck about slapping the passion. But something and I'ma be this motherfucking home with the chain. Hey, remember when your bitch used to let me sleep in your house and hang your ass up outside, niggas without a doubt. Hey, call your bitch if you got a problem. Nigga got issues, we gon' go and solve them. You was mad cause I didn't really fuck your bitch. I'ma tell you like this, when it ain't the clip. Nigga, fuck her. You niggas mad. Me and this motherfucker doing shit. The hooligans, I ain't gonna say nothing else. Like, tell them what it is.
Yeah, money, everything was alright. Man, all I gotta breathe. Better do the shit, making it fucking pop. Everybody know they got a fucking block. Gotta stick, and this shit, no click, that's a pretty click. Let it bust, motherfucking no.
Man, that was
don't worry about me.
I got that motherfucking horse rank. You don't even know. Fucking Alright. What's up? So let's see. The hell is
I got my crews coming through. LA too. I might coming west side, bitch. Going to the east coast. They fucking shit. Nothing new. When we do some motherfuckers coming for you.
So that much I missed. Quarterback. We can run it back. I'll be on the track. And I never slack. Pack your bags. Your shit is ass. Sit back. Kick back. Where my friends at? I'm right here. We posted. We toasted. We doing the motion. West Coast and we blowing. We from where the grass is greener. I do my thing. You be thinking, is this just a misdemeanor? But I'm killing it, feeling it. Greener than the hope. The strength is off the chart. Go. roll, come through, smoke, oh, and you know that shit be loaded, I come through, I forget it, you know I'm
That was dope.
I gotta give you for that one.
like around the morning. Your family might just be mourning. My shit is never morning.
In the morning, she doing it, she hella hardy. I got a bitch up in Hilly Hills, you know how it goes, motherfucker. Yeah, I do it for the thrill. I be cruising in the night. It's a 25. Cops stop me, I say, fuck it, I don't lie. Man, fuck it, my life live. Fuck it, I just vibe.
I'm fucking out of vibe. I'm trying to do it live. Until we gon' thrive. Until we gon' thrive. I'm fucking out of vibe.
Money on mine.
Team so live. Got the money on mine. Everything go live.
Live on the Friday. Driving alive and I don't know what the fuck to talk about. We're only fucking spinning now. This goddamn motherfucking like fucking
Double round.
right is up the
Pino!
Yeah.
What it do?
Shit. Raven, motherfucking live.
Yeah.
I need Seahawks.
Oh, bro. Hey,
Nigga, my phone make sure Russell Wilson don't grow.
Russell don't go.
Fuck DJ Metcalf. Fuck whoever on your ceiling. Fuck it. Seahawks kill it.
Goddamn vanity.
I got all my money on Rams versus Green Bay. All my money on Bovada is on Rams versus Green Bay. I'm just betting $400.
What's up with it, Fino? We just chilling. Welcome to the Sweet Spot. We live right now. Chilling with the homies, the hooligans.
You know
Hooligan clip.
You know the vibe.
It's that West Side shit. I do it.
We live right now.
Don't know where I'm gonna go. Running out of races, mental age between sanity and sanity.
Back to serious.
And I'm sure you know about, some of the level of feeling that some certain military personnel have, whether they are veterans like yourself or still active. I would like to hear your input on that because honestly, I've seen this coming like I'm saying earlier. I have seen some type of civil unrest, and to hear that there were law enforcement, perhaps any type of military personnel. I'm not saying that there were military personnel, but we do know that there were law enforcement. I'm not necessarily surprised by that.
Yeah.
So I'd like to hear your take on everything that transpired that day.
There's 2 videos too of law enforcement. My bad. I'm just gonna say that. There were just 2 videos of law enforcement officers working the gate right there, and actually kind of persuading people to go. Oh yeah, go up. And there was 2 videos. I just wanted to add that. I wanted to add that just a little bit more so we can get deeper into this.
You fucking vibration, just fucking. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Oh my bad. Oh yeah. No, my bad. I didn't even understand that question like that. But there has to be people on different sides of that, and you obviously have to know that's nothing new. But they're just 2 videos that are kind of like getting broadcasted in the media and stuff. I don't know if you guys seen them. Me just on Instagram and stuff like that, scrolling around. The video that I seen was of an officer pretty much telling the people they broke the gate, and they said, "Oh yeah," just kind of pushing them forward. They're like, and you have to know that even the people working the event, who knows, they can be pro Trump, and anybody can think in a certain way, and it doesn't matter from what. Like if they're in the army, there's a lot of people in the army. Like my brother just joined the army out of nowhere. He's 33, and that's crazy to me, because anybody can switch up their mentality or how they perceive a thing. And You feel me? So we can't really blame those people, but I just wanted to throw out a couple little, like one little thing about what I see to that. But I didn't understand his question when he said there's officers on that side. Because there has to be officers that are not with drunk. Too, you know, and they don't.
There's a lot of folks on both sides of this stuff. I got smart people that I know on the Trump side that I'm like, really? They can be questioned right here. You know, but I got maybe there's something I don't know.
Yeah.
I got smart people on the other side.
Smart people on both sides, yes. There's smart people on all sides.
But from the veteran side, when they was protesting, I was cool. They were out there hooting and hollering, whatever. And I was watching. I was telling my son, I said, you know what? I got no problem with it. It's cool. The minute they broke the window or even cracked the window, I told my son to shoot him.
Yeah.
I was like, hey.
I don't know about shoot him, but yeah.
Fuck him up.
Fuck him up.
Wait. I got a question. Let me ask you this. This is something I alluded to earlier. So, yes, you can say shoot. And I would have no problem with that because I'm not going to make some decisions.
Nah, fuck that. No.
Bullshit. Wars. Now, I don't read too much. Yeah, the Boogaloo Wars. I don't read too much into all this internet conspiracy stuff. But like I told you, I'm very inquisitive, so I'm gonna like dabble into it. But I don't like to speculate because speculation can drive you crazy with this and everything all about scenarios and stuff. Well, yes, I don't like to do that.
Yes.
Now, I lost my train of thought.
It's the weed, man. It's the weed.
No, you're talking about the point of
window. Yeah, they did commit certain crimes.
Yes, exactly. War crimes. We're talking about fucking war crimes.
What would you have to say though to the effect of that bringing up some type of martial law and what the Boogaloo Wars are professed to be are like these certain groups, certain militias that are inside of our country starting a certain civil war. What do you see or how do you feel about more sensitive on how they should have been, they should have defended the Capitol?
Well, look, I don't know if you're. Yeah.
The military, the military security, anybody who was in that capacity.
The same thing.
That was my first instinct was, regardless of who's out there doing it.
Yeah.
That was my first instinct. Then I thought,
Well, that's what I'm trying to do.
think someone was starting to break into, started throwing shit through my window at my house.
Yeah.
Guess what? I'm firing, I don't care who's out there. I'm firing whoever's out there. Now, this is the Capitol.
And
I'm
trying to
told,
say
I'm not
something
told, but I
every
think
time.
defend the Constitution. I didn't get not the president, but the Constitution.
Yeah.
And I guess that bill is in the Constitution, but they're trying to uphold it. Now, both sides say they're trying to uphold the Constitution.
Yeah.
Left, right, they both are. So now the whole country. I tell you, but as a whole, the country's.
Yeah.
We got a lot of smart motherfuckers, but we got a lot of people that. I mean, some people look to me as a smart guy. Look at me, hey, what's going on with you? I go, what are you looking at me for? Yeah, you like the Raiders. What do you know about that? I was crazy. I don't know. I just do what I'm from my higher ups.
Bro.
But as soon as they got violent, I was like, that it's not a protest.
Yeah, no, not at all.
They should have.
It was never a protest. What is they protest?
No, check it out. And you can't say it's never a protest because you don't know. And obviously, we kind of know what it's gonna lead to. But I try to dumb my shit down to the fucking simplest form of any fucking idiot to understand. Like, come on, what do you expect? And look, this has nothing even to do with politics. It just has to do with good and bad. It just has to do with how the simplest thing that I can say without even getting too involved is the good and bad because
But YouTube,
No. Wait, okay.
one thing, they say knowledge is power, but too much knowledge it's bad because then everybody thinks they know more, and they think they're right just because they know more. I wish it could be simple. I wish it could just be simple.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows everything about a lot.
No, and
I'm moving right now because I didn't know what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do iron out here. It's blowing up here in the valley.
Yeah.
What valley?
He's like, what valley?
San Fernando or SCV?
Yeah, San Fernando.
San Fernando? Oh, sick. No, I was just
Now,
wondering.
see, I've heard that you've been reporting on that,
I don't know if it's San Fernando Valley or San Gabriel Valley.
It's SEO. Seneca Reading.
Yeah.
I was just about to hear that. Boom.
Yeah, but look, and that.
Boom. These don't smell like fireworks. At least they put some different gunpowder in fireworks.
Yeah, no, honestly, bro. But look, when I come to say, like, I'm just trying to get you to understand what I'm thinking. I think it comes to the way that people have been. I'm gonna use marketing for the sense of keeping it like really dumbed down, marketing or media, because what they're perceiving is they're seeing a lot of shit going through the media, and they're just. I honestly don't even understand, but they're just so gullible to the media that they're following a certain way of how to fucking perceive things and how to act. So I think if you even dumb it down to those people, because I have a couple of friends that I had to like, bro, don't forget about all that other shit. You're telling me a lot of little fucking things that are it's probably a handful of things that they're telling me, bro. Is it good or is it bad that because of this or because of who they are or because of what they can do or because of what they can say and because of how many people they can influence, all right? Are they good or bad in the fucking general sense of their whole fucking being of being? You feel me? Their whole fucking existence of being right now at this fucking point in time in a fucking month span, 2 month span, 3 months, dumb it down. What are they doing right now? Are they instigating hate? Are they contributing to this? Are they not? And I'm gonna say one last thing before I look. It was funny because right now today I heard in the news that they were saying, oh, this happened because Trump didn't acknowledge Biden as the president. And that's so funny and that's so stupid. That's fucking retarded.
Yeah, because it was going to happen regardless.
No. Okay, Biden is president, okay? But the single fact, so let's keep it stupid, let's keep it dumb as fuck, all right? The single fact that they were fucking basically going all around and building their whole fucking script on, Trump didn't acknowledge Biden as the president, and he said a couple of fucking, I read what he said on his fucking Twitter, and it pretty much, yeah, it did. It did in a thought process that anybody could like try to fucking bring out shit of hate. And it's stupid because he didn't really, but it did. And that's the funniest fucking thing that I could see how they're fucking getting at the fucking dumb. It's insane how they dumb it down, but you have to dumb it down even more. Because
unfortunately, going back to the good and bad. Good and bad is it's a matter of perspective. Unfortunately, I mean, these guys think it's good to be racist. There's a lot, racists think that's the right.
Is that good at the end of the day overall?
That's why it's
all right. Well, yeah, I didn't think about it like that, but I guess they was a very bad man.
America's changing. We're not going to have the freedoms that we once had, and this has been a long time coming.
Yeah.
You can't say what you want. I mean, regardless of who the president is, when you have a main source of communication, such as Twitter or whatever, that's a lot. I'd say 90% of the people get a lot of their information from Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm agree with you on this. Ignorant people.
Ignorant people believe that shit.
United States, regardless of who he is, that's fucking deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to harp on that too because this is something I also feel like it's been a long time coming. There's been a certain type of, now I don't believe in the Illuminati per se, because that could just be a smoke screen to what people want you to think about, to occupy your time while they're doing something else. It's smoke screen, as they like to call it.
Exactly.
About the fact that there are certain
bullshit.
there are certain entities, certain corporations that have certain, I would say, influence. Let's forget about the money.
Yeah.
Because money, you have money when you have influence. When you have influence, you can create certain things, create certain situations, problems, and or solutions.
Agenda.
You can control certain things that go on within your surroundings.
Yeah.
Whether that be near or far.
Yeah.
So what I think is happening right now, which I don't like to speculate, I'm just going to say that again, that's a disclaimer. What I think is happening is that just to harp on what you were saying, Vino, is that there are a lot of things that are going on right now that are going to shape our future and our children's future in a way where there's going to be a certain type of control. And I was telling them earlier, we need to prepare ourselves for a certain type of survival, if you will. If shit hits the fan, you need to know how to survive. You need to know how to shoot a gun. You need to know how to make a fire. You need to know how to live off the land. But if there is some type of control that is corporate, you also need to know how to survive in that type of environment too. If you believe in the Bible, I don't know what you're gonna do, but we need to prepare ourselves.
That's why when you said learn how to shoot a gun. I had my uncle, one of the smartest dudes I know. He's a respiratory therapist like myself. He's been doing it for years. He's worked in the hospital, saved many lives, and he's ran hospital departments. Now he's telling me I need to buy guns and ammo because something's gonna happen with pretty soon. Who am I gonna shoot?
Yeah.
It's about self-defense. It's about self-defense, just being ready type of shit.
I apologize. Look up the Google Wars. You got a little bit more insight. All of you guys within this group chat, like I said, I would continue to say that speculation is not good for the health. Like Ice Cube said back in the song back in the day, it's not good for the health. So
what do you mean?
Look, read it and just do what you need to do with the information.
Oh, hell yeah.
Google the Wars. It makes sense because my next door neighbor, I live in the suburbs. It's here in Santa Cruz right now. In these suburbs, I met my dad just this morning. He was talking to me about what was happening. At least, I would, on average, there would be one gun in each of these houses in this tract neighborhood. Now, what if shit had hit the fan right now, just like it did when niggas getting scared about COVID and stuff, and people were rushing to the supermarket? What if the supermarkets were shut down and we just had to pillage each other? Our house would be under attack because we didn't have any guns.
That's the instinct. That's the instinct.
It's all why
That's speculation.
Huh?
We need a visual.
Why would your house be under attack? Just because you have no guns?
And that's a good question that you bring up. And that's what my father asked me. Not necessarily just because we didn't have any guns, but just to say it would be weak in that fact. But I'm saying if there were people that weren't in need and they were feeling like, okay, the only way that we can survive within these next few months is going to hit up somebody else's house, and they hit up the right house that doesn't have guns. Be as perceptive to doing that as they wouldn't be in Texas, because Texas is an open carry state. I think that's what the term is. People know they have guns. Out here, you might not know who has the next gun, but at the same time, I don't know.
That's the crazy part about open carry. Even pro gun guys, and I see that on the news. These guys are walking around with their weapons out. Tactical wise, you don't want nobody learning a gun. You don't want to walk around open carry. Not concealed carry. That's better.
Yeah.
Because you need people to know. And for one, if you're a responsible gun owner, which have to be, then and you're concealed carry, even if shit pops off, their first step isn't to pull their gun. They assess the situation. If it's one of the safest steps is, you know what? Let these motherfuckers rob this store and leave. That's the best bet. There's no reason to pull out your gun. If they're gonna rob a store, they're gonna rob somebody. Okay, just let them rob them.
Protocol.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
When you're working in a store.
Everybody might survive.
Let me ask this question to the whole group right now.
All right.
So what Vino was asking also was, who I gonna shoot? That's a brilliant question. I meant to harp on that. So if I have my gun, if I have my arsenal right now, one thing that I'd be knowledgeable about is the fact that there are certain factions, there are going to be certain groups. Now, if you talk to certain people on Facebook, you're going to realize this. They already know about these things, and that they've already. I've had people that have been in the Navy, been in the Marines, like that know that. Okay, look, if something pops off, I have my group. I was just talking to my friend about this Marine saying I had my group friends. I usually go shoot. That shit pops off, we're gonna band together. Now he was telling me, now this might be the sentiment of just him or a large group of people, but you're not gonna know because of the fact of this. It's going to be, they're going to be segmented groups of people, just like back in the day, big gang wars. Niggas shoot niggas.
Exactly. They're trying to make you categorize. They're trying to make you categorize. They're trying to put you in a certain faction.
And that's another reason why we need to get prepared and be knowledgeable and kind of band together as a people.
Exactly. Exactly. As humans are people.
But the thing is, like, oh man, that's
Yes, I think that it could come down to something like that. I think in the long run, not when it starts, but in the long run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do we get people to unify?
I get it, maybe after, because I would like to hope, and I think this as the community I live in the city of San Fernando, I swear I live in the Truman Show. Shit's popping off in the news, or and I see people, protesting. And when I was working, because I work night shift, I was working when Trump got elected the first time.
Jeez.
Well, when he got elected, I was working that night. I watched it all night. I was like, oh shit! I seen people get crazy, get mad, wanting to protest, especially because the stuff he was saying about the bad hombres coming over the border. So the Hispanics, the Mexican community was supposed to be all upset over that. So I'm shit. When I go home, people are going to be upset. I'm going to hear a lot of stuff from my community.
Yeah.
How do we make them unified though?
On my way to work, and it was the same cars I see every morning. Everybody was doing the same. It was the same routine, and it's been the same routine since.
I feel like
what I'm trying to say is, in my community, I think what it's doing, the long run, yes. When people start running out of food and water, you got to get in line for it. If it comes to that, I see that. I see, okay.
The people being greedy.
But you realize if it gets to that, that's already beyond, that's preventable. You feel me?
That's preventable.
How do we unify now and get people to come together and realize that it's just one human race? You feel me? And not to fight each other. That's the main thing.
If you have the answer to that, then you will.
I know. Exactly.
Well, where do we start? Shouldn't we start as a people?
It's because people get scared. People are scared.
Or should we just ignore it?
People are scared of what's going to happen, so then they start trying okay, well, I need more of this.
Hold on.
That's a real question. I broke it down to the most simplest question. How do you unify? Where do we start?
Hey, I don't think people unify though.
It's impossible.
Yeah, intrinsically, we all have certain things about us.
Yeah, we have certain qualities.
I'm trying to stop doing because of this fact. Like we see people on the street, and we kind of do this. And you go. If you're perceptive to this, you're gonna realize tomorrow when you're walking outside the streets, look at somebody else and think back to what the first thing you thought was. Because most of the time, I'm knowledgeable and I'm very self-certain to realize I'm thinking about. I'm better than this person, or certain things along that nature. It's human nature. Human nature, right?
Good.
I don't know because I'm a little older. I'm 45, so I've been in the military and worked in hospitals, so I got a little bit of experience with life in general. And the end of life, these people die. I used to think. But now that I'm getting older, and then it's going to sound funny, but after watching a lot of UFC fans, and I'm trying to get in touch with, the Bible, and trying to read it. One, with the Bible is involved, is I'm trying to love more. Regardless, I know I'm 6'2", 300 pounds, and it's going to sound funny, and a Marine, so it might sound weird to people when I say, hey man, I love you. I'm trying to do that more. Watching the UFC, it's like, man, if I step to somebody just because I'm 6'2", 300, don't mean this guy that's a foot taller or shorter than me don't know some jujitsu. He can have me up in a split second and break an arm, and I'm done.
That's true.
Are you even thinking that they have a gun?
I've done that. I've been mad at people. I've tried to start it, and it doesn't feel good. I don't feel good leaving that. I feel better.
All right.
And I walk away and feel like, you know what, it's all right. You won.
All right, but check it.
My inside and my soul and my brain, however you want to put it, my spirit, whatever you want to look like. I feel better walking away from stuff like that.
I feel you. You're a bigger man, but you was raised right. But the thing is,
That's a whole nother.
Hey, I don't even want to get to that. I don't even want to get into that. But no, I feel you. But look, it takes a lot more, because you know how fucking people are, bro. And it depends where you're at. You never know. You can lose your life any day. You feel me? Like, you can't be saying the same thing walking around certain areas. Yeah. You gotta understand that too.
Hey, yo, check it. Think about this. If you were in a room full of people and you could look at everybody, could you identify weed smokers throughout the whole room? Not really. I mean, for the most part, like, there's all walks of life smoke weed. If it was just a diverse, like,
I know. Well, that's one of the things that
and that's the same thing about, like, somebody that's holding a gun on them. People could be holding a gun on them no matter what they look like.
But trying to see someone you don't, you can't tell who's a weed smoker.
You can't tell for the most part. I mean, sometimes you can. Like,
what does that mean? Even if you can, though? What does that mean?
Because you can tell when other people holding guns, but it's like,
people who are weed smokers, I feel like, are the chillest food.
But no, I'm not talking about that. It's not about that. It's about the percentage about, like.
Let me bring this back full circle, because that's what I promise y'all.
My bad if I missed something.
I was hinting towards human nature. We were talking about being able to prevent something like not my expectations of people, maybe having some.
Oh, right. We're back on topic. Check it. Hey.
It's bringing it full circle. I wish there was an answer, but human nature, I will say this: if it boggles down to it, and all of the resources that we have are to a bottleneck, and that means that people aren't receiving the type of essential items that they need. I'm telling you that there will be a sector of society.
Hey, look.
Human nature will dictate to us that it's survival of the fittest, and it will dictate to us that, hey, look, my lizard brain is telling me, look, I haven't eaten, and I know how to eat right now, just like the people in the hood.
Yo, hey, when I got to say that,
eat some human.
Hey, look, this is the only thing I got to say to that. I think, to that said, that's why we need smart, good-hearted, with a level-head person. Say he comes from the bottom. He understands every aspect of life. He understands he's looking out for the little guy. He's looking out for every. But look, the thing is that we need more of these coming from the bottom, good-hearted, genuinely good people looking out in positions, and that's what we don't have. And yeah.
There is no good, there is no bad.
So
look, there's always gonna be bad in humans. And especially if we get put to that position and we're cornered and our backs against the wall, and we have, what's the easiest route? Of course. And we need it. We got to do it. It is what it is. And it is what it is. That's what I got to say. You feel me? Like, we're going to do what we're going to do, and it is what it is. But if we have more of these smart, intellectual people, they don't necessarily have to come from the bottom, but I don't think anybody coming from the top is going to understand where the fucking bottom's at. So if you're coming from the bottom and
you say smart people. I heard a quote. I don't know who said it, but it's kind of hard to figure out who the smart people are. One of his quotes up here said, sound like crazy motherfuckers, the stupid motherfuckers.
Yes.
So, when the smart people, maybe the smart people try to do it, and nobody wants to listen.
Well, look. That's why. He's not necessarily a smart person. I need motherfuckers that can fool the top. Okay, that can fucking sneak their way up to the fucking top. all right, that can scheme their way up to the fucking top so they can actually do good. But obviously, there's not too many of them that'll know how to infiltrate the top, and they're genuinely a good person. A motherfucker that's thinking, hey,
I believe her.
what's up?
Everything today they always thought it was personal.
Hold on. What you said?
Their political intentions with like with good intentions. I think everything.
Hold on.
But as you climb that ladder and as you get corrupted by what you see, and sometimes when you want something good, you like that. Bad,
Yeah, that's
now,
cool.
are you still?
No,
don't close that.
Let me say something about this. That's perfect.
Just walk
away. What I'm going to say about this is there are levels.
No.
There's certain levels. You know that. Now, when you make a certain amount of money, it's going to be a certain type of organization, a certain type of entity that might want to recruit you for your certain abilities. Your abilities to be able to influence. Like I said, money can be more than just money. It's influence. That's what you start to see as influence is total, right? So look, it's more powerful than money. Exactly. So when you have that couple together, you really have a way to impregnate almost the minds of the masses.
Yeah.
Now,
Exactly.
that's the one important thing that I'm taking away from all of this is that influence. So, to me, the influence is being had at that level. So, once you get to that certain level, yes, there are going to be certain things that you need to do that you might not want to do or have thought otherwise to do.
Yeah.
You being a good person, let's bring up this example, Obama. Now, I'm not going to campaign or degrade his tenure in the office, but I will say this. A lot of black people, a lot of minorities look to him to do certain things they should have been doing for themselves because this is what happened.
Yeah.
When it came down to it, anything that he wanted to do from his grassroots in Chicago, he couldn't get done. Because of the way the system is set up, there was a way for him to be blocked, and he was blocked. If he wasn't just a puppet or a titular figure, meaning a person who can't do exactly what he wants to do in the first place, and that he will be told what to do, then that's where the head will meet the butt.
Well, check it out.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
Good will get to a certain point,
It's all
and will only get you far.
That fucking president is a
Once you get to the
scapegoat.
point where you can actually make change or affect change
Shit
on a
goes
global
wrong.
level,
The
it's going to
person
take
needs to
some
blame
type
it
of
on.
creativity that you're going to disseminate into the
That's it.
world for you to be able to then go forward and do what you want to do.
Easy
Hey, bro.
person to manipulate, and the one
Hey, check it out, bro.
person
Hey.
blames.
Is your table
Hey,
okay?
see like this. Okay. Hey, this is just a way of seeing it. Okay. Even if he is a puppet,
I apologize if I hurt your
what did he spring? Okay, so
He
say,
didn't spring
oh,
shit.
hold on. Say Obama's thinking of, hey, bro, I'm a
That's
puppet
all
and I gotta bend to their
It's
way.
already been there.
All right, I'm gonna figure out how to do my shit
All you do is trigger
based on what the fuck they're trying to control me to do. To inspire the masses, and this is why you got it. Like it's more about fucking being smart. So maybe the fucking people on the top, because you're never gonna get to the top unless you play with the people from the top.
Like you said.
You have to have a certain mentality, a certain goal, a certain aspiration to fucking get to that. And even if you think you're being used, you have to have your own fucking plans to infiltrate how you're being used so you can use them to get to your goal.
That's correct.
Let me ask you a question real quick. I feel like this might be pertinent. And I'm not saying, oh, yeah, let's just throw our hands up in the air and say, let's give up. But I am going to say this. And we've all played Monopoly in this room, in this little chat room. We've all most likely played Monopoly. We know the concepts of Monopoly.
Yeah.
I think this game has started so long ago. My son Jeff Rockefeller, or whatever his name is, Rockefeller, we'll talk about the Rothschilds, and that's what I want to harp on to next. Is the influence in that type of manner is coming from those in that sector who have already garnered that type of wealth. Now, I'm going to draw back the circle way farther than the conversation that we've had. This conversation has been going on for a long time. But I'm trying to say we need to prepare ourselves, right? Not even with just the guns, but we need to start to have our own type of corporations, our own type of business, because the only way that you can talk to the masses that
are connected already to brands they trust, and that they just run to. There's no way that you're going to speak to these people and get them to galvanize in the way that we need to get them to be galvanized. These corporations already have power. These families that have this wealth already have power.
Hey, yo, but do you agree? Do you agree they're trying to take them out right now?
Yeah.
Like, it's been part of their plot. Like, they're trying to take out small businesses right now.
Exactly.
And that's our main option.
Hey, I don't even want to get even into that. But we have to get to exactly where you're saying that we got to get to. That's where we have to get to. Yeah, we can fucking talk about, getting taken out fucking later, but we're not even at that fucking level. Yeah. Get to that fucking level where you're a fucking somebody or a corporation or any business that can fucking influence, person in power that can actually inspire or direct.
That's the only way shit works nowadays. Everything is owned by another person. They just want to get a little piece of the pie, and like you have to start off a certain way, and then you're following.
When you start understanding analytics, when you start understanding fucking different fucking ways of how one thing, little things, different fucking pictures, different fucking meanings, what you're fucking saying, how you're saying it, fucking
how it's looking,
influence people. Like,
it's about influencing people, and it's about them being distracted from what's happening right now.
It's not even being distracted, just like following a certain message or what you're throwing out to the fucking
programming.
Yeah, something.
Being distracted or giving $2,000.
Yeah.
$2,000. They dropped 600.
Or get you on their side.
600 for how many months?
Yeah.
For nothing. That's a fucking shit.
On government, it's too big.
I'm still serious about it.
And I always say this because I've been on school site council boards at my kids' schools. I've been on PTAs. I've been down to LA to the big LAUSD meetings where parents had to be there, and we had a say in money and what Title I money where it went. I've been in the room when teachers and principals were arguing, where they came to me afterwards and said, "Hey, we're sorry you had to see that." But the thing is,
hey, bro, I want to say big respect to that, because that's honestly what a lot of people, and they don't understand. That's how shit gets done. And if you can't even do the minimal thing like that, then that's where.
It's hard because even when I was doing that, my kids were in elementary school, and we were trying to budget the money, make sure everybody got what they want. The problem is everybody wants the same thing. They just want it a different way, and they think their way is the best.
Bro, but check it out.
You're confused for me as a household to budget the money. Now imagine my house times 1 million. Like the LAUSD, while I was there, they found an account that they were putting money in. They found $5 million in an account they forgot they had. Forgot they had.
I'm not surprised.
And whether they didn't forget or they forgot.
Nah, the guy just put it back.
Nobody knew.
Once he got caught and they were looking into him, put it right back.
Honestly, I work for the school district of the city I grew up in.
The principal that got fired for no reason, I'm going to get that cash.
I know the principals. I know everyone.
You got nonprofits like that are getting paid 6 figures to run it. Salvation Army, Goodwill. They get paid 6 figures to, and they're nonprofits.
It depends what position you are.
I'm on the board of the youth football team down here. And how do we start getting money to pay us for running it?
Hold on, Fino. So what were you saying? What school district you work in?
You said you work with a football team?
I didn't work for the school district. I was a parent on these school council boards.
No.
He needed a parent to be there to tell him what Title I money went to.
No, he was asking what football. Were you working with a football team?
What football team?
Chavez. Well, used to be the South Valley Raiders, but we did.
Oh, okay. Is that Pop Warner or Junior All American?
Yeah.
Which one? Pop Warner?
PYFL.
Oh, okay.
Hey, just Just like the Raiders will always and will forever be from Oakland. Like you always will be South Valley Raiders.
Yeah, I feel that. I work for the school district, man. I do PE for 4th and 5th graders in the San Gabriel Valley school district. So I was just wondering, like, I could give you a perspective from the inside type of shit, like whatever you view, like maybe I could just talk to you about it type of shit. So,
about what? About youth sports?
About the money.
Yeah, whatever, man. Like when it comes to money, like I know, like money runs everything, man. And when it comes to government, like, and it comes to schools, it's the same thing.
You how to write grants and how to get grant money, dude. You got my eyes and ears, my full attention.
Hey, who do you think's gonna win? Rams or Packers?
No. Rams or Packers.
I'm about to bet some more money.
Before anything.
Packers, fuck the Rams.
I'm gonna bet everything on the Rams right now.
Hey, the Raiders are still the only team to bring a title to LA. The Raiders are still the only team to bring the championship to LA.
Hey, yo, check, hey.
I mean, if the Seahawks would have went on like a national tour, they would have been
The Seahawks would have won a national tour.
I know. Just
shoulda, coulda, woulda. What's the next topic? Bring it up.
All right, so shit, fuck it. The next topic, let's segue into football. All right, football. So who y'all got for this weekend?
I'm a football. I hope the Browns gonna take off.
No, fuck the Browns. Brady game.
I can't hate I hate the Patriots, Broncos, I hate the Chiefs. I can't hate on the Browns. You can't hate the Browns. And on top of that, if they go to the Super Bowl, I'd like to drive that bus. That way, I can drop the Browns off at the Super Bowl.
Fuck the Browns. I will say this. Fuck the Browns.
You said Browns are gonna win?
I'm breaking no way.
I enjoy the Browns.
If he was that bad, he making money with it.
He played
I'm
with the
making
Browns
982.
in the 90s and early 2000s, right? And they went up against the Steelers,
That's how much I'm making.
divisional game.
I love the one they had.
And they all had a chance to win. Now the fact that they beat the Steelers, their divisional rival, and they're going on the next round, I'm hoping they can do some damage. Of course, they're going up against the Flying Chiefs. The Chiefs might have an edge against them, but it's going to take something against the Chiefs. Watch the Raiders in the first game. They'll learn how to beat them. Now, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm telling my dad. Like, why don't you just?
So wait, what you say?
No,
Hey, bro, hey, I was right there. I was in Vegas when they played that shit.
Buffalo Bills, and I'm pulling for the Cleveland Browns. Those two teams. In the NFC, my home division, my home conference, right? I'm honestly gonna say.
Oh, damn.
I'm rooting for Tom Brady.
Get that shit out of here. Fuck Tom Brady.
You talking about Tom Brady? No, I don't think so.
Hey, Brian, you said that.
John Gruden was the coach when they last won a championship. I would not be necessarily mad to see that he was able to recreate because of this fact. He does have other people on his team that he's redeeming. Antonio Brown. Wouldn't it be great? A good story, and I'm saying for this, for me being a football fan, seeing how he made himself an ass in the media, it will be a redemption story for the ages for him to have won a Super Bowl.
That's true.
Anybody else in the NFC or me, I don't really give a fuck about. I don't care about the Rams. I don't care about the other side of the bracket.
You mad because they beat your team. You mad because the Rams beat your team.
Hold up, we got a Rams fan right here.
Talking about
Hold up. We're talking about the Rams.
What are you talking about, Antonio Brown? Going to the Raiders?
No, he's talking about basically he was a Super Bowl. They'll be like,
No, but we're talking about the same person.
Is that a redemption for that guy? Hit him with the Rams.
No, bro, I ain't even trying to say that the Rams are going to go to the Super Bowl. I'm just saying that the Rams are going to win the game they play.
Against Green Bay, who they got Aaron Rodgers.
And that's your team? Is that your team?
Yeah, it's my team.
Who doesn't believe in your team?
But hey, don't get me wrong. I like Brady. And I won a lot of money with Brady multiple times and shit.
Hey, I make up shirts, whatever you need, I make it all. Whatever you need, I got you.
I'll fuck with it. Hey, I won a lot of money with Brady. What about the fucking the Super Bowl when it was like was it Falcons and Patriots? When the Patriots were down like 4 or 5 touchdowns, and then fucking Brady in fourth quarter brought it back. Was that the Patriots and Falcons?
That was fun. Atlanta's fucking.
Okay, check it out. So I have nothing against Brady, but
They were sucking and sucking and choking.
I don't give a fuck, man. Fuck it. It's cool. I like the Rams. But hey, all of a sudden, Green Bay, I ain't tripping on Green Bay, man.
No,
fuck Green Bay. Fuck Aaron Rodgers. Rams gonna get this shit all day. And I already get everything I had on Bovada and the Rams. It's a good turnout. So what? Like, they're gonna be playing the cold. So what? Ain't nothing new.
So let's speak on that. Let's speak on those different divisional playoff games. So the Rams will be taking on the Green Bay Packers. My take on it is simply this. Yes, I am hating a little bit, but they are a great team because I am not that objective. I'm a football player. I realize how great the defense of the Rams are. What they have. Aaron Donald will be the catalyst to them winning the game.
Straight up.
I take pride in knowing defenses, right? If the Rams defense is able to create at least one turnover and score off the turnover, now I don't mean their defense has to score a ball, but if their offense then turns that turnover into a touchdown, I believe that they will have a chance to win the game. Aaron Rodgers is dialed in with what he has to do. Now, Victori, one of his offensive linemen is out. So let's keep that in mind as well. The defensive line of the Rams, if they have Aaron Donald, because he was injured tackling my quarterback to the ground, he shouldn't have done that shit because now he's injured. But he is not going to be 100%. But if he is on the field and he does create some type of havoc, I do think the Rams will have a chance. Aaron Rodgers is that man, though. That's why I'm saying.
Like Stephen A. say, he a bad man.
But here's the most important matchup, though.
They have a chance.
It's gonna be Ramsey versus Adams, bro. That's the most important matchup of the entire game, bro.
Jalen Ramsey is that dude. You feel me? Jalen Ramsey is that guy out there. Like, you know, it's not too many shutdown corners in the league left.
Dude, because Aaron Rodgers, that's his. You get his touchdown through Adams, bro.
Yeah.
If Ramsey's on him,
the thing is, Ramsey's that fool is lockdown defense, right? But Rodgers knows Adams, he got the textbook routes, and him and Rodgers have the textbook timing, and they have everything else that goes. So Rodgers has the knowledge. So it's like, can Ramsey really shut him down one-on-one?
We're gonna see what Ramsey is about.
That's a big challenge.
That's
a huge challenge for Ramsey.
That's so hard. I'm sitting there running the damn
that's so hard, man.
No, we're gonna see it.
We'll see on about
Ramsey. To tell one player, like, lock this four, lock the best player in the league, bro. And then he has the best quarterback, right? So, like, I'm excited to see what happens, man.
Anyway, hey, Rams are underdogs, but I ain't tripping.
No, it's gonna be a sick matchup. It's gonna be.
I ain't tripping.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch those two cats.
Huh?
What do you guys pick there on the sweet spot before we head off to Fino? What do you guys pick there on the sweet spot? Let's go.
What you mean? I pick on the sweet spot? We love the sweet spot.
No, I'm saying y'all have a pick on who you think is gonna win in that game we were speaking on. Just the Packers versus the Rams, and we're gonna go to the next game.
Yeah, I got the Rams. Everybody know that.
What you guys pick?
All right, I got the Rams.
Yeah.
We got one Rams.
I got the. I'm gonna go with the Rams in that game.
We got 2 for Rams.
Rams against the Bucks, huh?
Rams.
You say Rams?
Rams.
You say Rams?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, honestly, I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna go Bucks.
No, it's the Rams are playing the Packers.
My bad. I was thinking Aaron Rodgers and Brady. I'm gonna go Rodgers because he's experienced and he's been through it before, and he's literally the best of the game. Like, you can't expect anyone better to be controlling your offense.
But with Aaron Rodgers, you don't know which one you're gonna get right now. Sometimes he plays behind, sometimes
He's out there just having fun and not caring about it.
Yeah, I'll feel you on that one. I gotta give you that one.
They easily only lost 3 games, man, you know?
Yeah, I got.
Okay. I can't stand it. So I feel like we got half and half on that. Let's jump to the AFC on this one.
AFC.
Some interesting conversation. Let's get back to the Cleveland Browns and Kansas City Chiefs.
Fuck the Browns. Browns gonna get their ass.
Why we gonna talk about that? You already
Browns
know,
gonna
man.
get their ass.
Kansas City about to fuck. It ain't even
Browns about to fuck them. Kansas City about to fuck them with no Vaseline.
I'm with my boy on that one. They got the ass.
Excited against them, but at the same time, this is football.
And no, if you choose the Cleveland Browns, it's because you're going off some narrative, like, you know, underdog story. That's the only way you go against. If you go off the numbers, if you go off,
Chiefs gonna win.
The matchup.
Kareem Hunt coming back to Kansas City.
No, fuck that nigga. Hey, he third string though. Hey, he third string.
That's just news.
That nigga's how you a situational player for the Browns?
Man.
Like the Browns. Come on, bro. A situational player. You a third down like Brian Westbrook without being a starter ass. Like, come on, man. Look, you already know I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. So it's like fuck the Browns, fuck the Bacon, fuck the Browns as a staff, record label, and as a motherfucking team.
Let's end the debate. Go to the next one. What's the next one?
Yeah. Hey, you know what though?
That's the actual original game right there.
You know what game is going to be off the charts though? That fucking Saints and Buccaneers game.
Two oldest quarterbacks. They play for retirement.
Hey, the NFL
is going to be against the NFC South. Two of the best teams in the NFC South.
Yeah. Hey, think about it. The NFL has fucking made the NFL has like watered down and made the league so bitch made just for this matchup to happen. Just so Tom Brady can be 45, 50 years old, still playing. Think about it. The rules did not change until Bernard Pollard fucked that dude's knees up, and then all of a sudden they changed the rule. Think about it. They didn't change the rule until only for Brady. Nobody else.
Anything for the
been getting hit for years.
And you seen them calling his own flags? Like,
come on, man.
Looking at the ref, and the ref's like, "Oh yeah, you're right."
Like lately, flags and shit.
Y'all play.
It was crazy. I watched it for so many years.
Okay.
Man.
Okay, so here it is. I don't know.
Nah, bro. Nah, that ain't even fish.
I don't know. So for me, you already know. This is the reason why I feel like the Buccaneers are so interesting. We'll start before we get the pick going on. You already know where I should be leaning. Look, the Buccaneers are so interesting to me. I don't know how the fact that they got Tom Brady, in fact, they got Gronkowski, and somehow, some way, within the midst, we didn't even see it coming. Got Antonio Brown on their team. That's a very high potent offense. And they are protecting Tom Brady to the best of their ability right now. So the way that I see it, if they can just couple that with their running game that they have, it's decent. It's not the best, but it is decent. They have Evans on the outside. They have Antonio Brown on the outside. They have Goodwin on the outside.
They have weapons.
They have Gronkowski. I think it's going to be a hell of a matchup with Drew Brees. Now they have been beaten by the Saints 2 times because we cannot deny this. You
already know we can't count on our homie.
It's going to be a high-scoring game.
But Brian, we can't count out the homie, and you and I both know this dude. I don't know if Fino ever met him, but we can't count on Cam Jordan. You already know Cam will be a fucking difference maker. Hey Fino, do you remember when Cam used to come out there? Because that's Marcellus' brother's best friend. So remember Coach Sean, Cam Jordan used to come out there when we was Brian, you was fucking hanging out with him.
He has to be good.
Yeah.
He has to be good.
All right, so Fino. No, Cam Jordan is the defensive end.
Yeah, on the Saints.
He's the defensive end on the Saints. All right, he's Marcellus' brother. I mean, Marcellus' brother's best friend. Like, he's been at their house and shit. Like, he's even been out to the Skyhawks practices, all that. Like,
All right, so it seemed like he was just another dude out there just hanging out with us and shit. But like he was really like a top prospect in college at the time, and then ended up going first round in the fucking draft and like fucking Pro Bowl defensive end for the fucking Saints. But he used to come out there and kick it with us and shit. And like honestly, he's really a difference maker for the Saints right now. So it's like if he can get that defensive line, hey fam, can you close that door?
He is the Chase Young.
Huh?
He is the Chase Young.
No, just the cross to the cigarette spot. Yeah.
For the Saints, he will be in the position of Chase Young. Chase Young wants to get to Tom Brady so bad, it's going to be under Jordan's action if he gets to Tom Brady. I'll tell you, Tom Brady knows how to dial up his protections. He's not just going to be back there and let Cam Jordan just get back there like willy-nilly. He will call up Donald Jones to come up and block for him. He will call up Gronkowski and his other tight end, Cameron Brate. Let's not forget about him. He can go in. I think the Saints will have too much to deal with. I'm just going to come up with my pick right now. The Buccaneers. Let's go.
All right, here's my pick. This is why the Bucs will lose. It's because that defense, it's a good defense, but it's not a great defense though. Do they have enough to stop the Saints' offense?
Exactly.
Where they got Michael Thomas already been resting, came back just last week, warming up, ready to go. Where they got Drew Brees right there in his prime, ready to go. I mean, not his prime, but like it was like prime time. Like
but he's still
but more as like this is he's playing for his retirement, you know. And then
He live on.
I'm on Twitch right now.
I'm just saying, yeah, but I'm just saying, do the Bucs have enough on defense to stop that? That's my thing.
Headphones up. You want me to play center? I'll play it back.
Man,
He would do that too.
I got Saints tomorrow. I mean, when is it on Saturday? Sunday, huh?
Saturday? Oh no, I don't know about
I'm not.
Saints, the Rams and fucking Green Bay.
I got the Saints. I don't think the Bucs have enough on defense.
All right, so final thing. Who's you guys' Super Bowl pick? Like, who do you think is gonna win the Super Bowl this year? Me right now, I'm gonna call the shit. I'm gonna just say it. I'm gonna just say the shit right now. Fucking Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Even though I'm a Ravens fan, the reason why I'm gonna say this, they gonna fucking let Tom Brady ride off in the sunset, saying fuck the Patriots. The Patriots didn't make the playoffs. So this motherfucker's gonna win the Super Bowl in Tampa Bay because the Super Bowl is in Tampa Bay this year. So he's gonna win the fucking Super Bowl in Tampa Bay, go right off in the sunset. Antonio Brown's gonna get back into the fucking league. He's roll with Tom Brady. Everybody fucking know that fucking America loves Tom Brady, and Tom Brady loves Antonio Brown. So he's gonna be good. So that motherfucker's gonna make it to the Hall of Fame because he finally has a fucking Super Bowl, which fucking Randy Moss and Terrell Owens don't have. So all this motherfucker has to do is just continuously play for the next 4 or 5 years and get the numbers. And this motherfucker would basically like rival Jerry Rice, fucking Terrell Owens, and Randy Moss for the best receiver all time. And one thing is he has a Super Bowl, so he can fucking talk shit. I mean, that's what they're gonna try to do. That, and I'm not, even though I want the Ravens to win, it's just that since I was fucking 12 years old and I'm 32, there's no fucking reason in the world a 32-year-old should have been haunted by one motherfucking human being for 20 motherfucking years, man. My son is 9. He'll be 10 years old when Tom Brady wins another fucking Super Bowl. This is ridiculous. I was fucking only 2 years older than my son when Tom Brady won his first Super Bowl and fucking cheated. It's like I'm fucking tired of this shit. This like it's sad because I didn't realize like how sad this shit was until these motherfuckers won against the fucking Falcons. When they won against the Falcons, like I was at a Super Bowl party, like we was just chopping it up, talking shit. I was eating hors d'oeuvres and shit like that.
I remember that shit.
And like wasn't nobody paying attention, like oh, it's a blowout, Patriots getting their ass whooped. Until like the fucking fourth quarter, then these motherfuckers come back and you got that one dude that was in the back of the party talking shit the whole night. That one motherfucker who paid attention to the shit. There was nobody else paying attention, but that one motherfucking Patriot fan, that one dude that came in there with the Patriot jersey, with the Patriot hat, tennis shoes, fucking pants, and all that shit. Like, nigga, why are you extra the fuck out for the Patriots and you live in Los Angeles? The fuck is wrong with you, bro? Where did you come from? Well, I'm telling you, Tom Brady finna win this shit, my nigga. All right, for real, all right. Then they getting their ass whooped. Everybody talking shit, oh, nigga, get the fuck out of here. All right, my nigga, they finna come back, though. Nigga, that's Tom Brady, all shit, all day, my nigga. Then all of a sudden they come back, and that one nigga, man, I told y'all, nigga, all day. Nah, he the only person in there talking shit. Nobody else, everybody else in there quiet. Because you already know how Super Bowl parties are. Most of the people in there don't know shit about football. They just there. Half the niggas in there, excuse my language, half the niggas in there for the bitches, and half the females in there for the niggas. So most of the motherfuckers in the Super Bowl party don't know shit about the fucking game. You get a couple of people that know about what's going on. You know, they'll let everybody else that don't know about what's going on, you know, they'll let them know what's up.
That was me.
But then you got that one motherfucker in there that was going against the grain. That's that Patriot.
I did that.
And he's like, man, yeah, they won.
Too much.
Now this nigga that won $1,000.
$1,200.
Because you got somebody that he got drunk with the whole night.
Straight
man,
up.
nigga, the Falcons is up, my nigga. I'm telling you, third quarter. Nigga, how much you want to bet? Nigga, I bet $1,000 right
check it
now.
out.
Patriots come. How much they up by? 30-6. Oh, nigga, I'll place that bet right now. Nigga, bring me my money at the end of the motherfucking game. Nigga, at the end of the game, that nigga over there, look, man, fuck that shit, nigga, fuck that, nigga, they cheating, nigga, cheating. Hey, yeah, nigga, run me my $1,000. Nigga, fuck that, I'll catch fade right now for that $1,000.
It was $1,200, and my boy was my coworker. He was at a whole different Super Bowl party, and he was calling me every single quarter, a couple of times. Oh, bro, just pay me my money already. Pay me my money already. $1,200 plus. I was like, bro, fuck it, I'll pay you. I don't give a fuck. I was already trying to pay him first quarter. Because I was already seeing how the fuck they was getting smashed. Fucking Falcons all day. I was like, fuck, bro, I can't even hate. Second quarter, still can't even hate. Calling me again, calling me 2-3 times. He's all fucked up. I'm all fucked up. Different parties, different Super Bowl parties. I'm on my boys. He's at his people's back. Everybody lit. You can hear people in his background and shit. Him like, oh, I just bet my homie. I'm about to win. I bet him $1,200 bucks. My coworker. I'm gonna fucking get him. And shit, I was like, bro, stop fucking calling me, bro. It's like the 6th call. We're ready in the second quarter. Already, we're like at the 10th call, 4th quarter, all right? And I was like, hey, cool. It is what it is. I bet wrong. It is. I've lost way more money gambling. I ain't tripping. But I thought Brady was a safe bet. Out of nowhere, came back. And, bro, I let everybody know because everybody was hearing me fucking answer my call at the party. He was like, what the fuck call? Y'all like, my boy rubbing it in my face. You know what I mean? I do it. It is what it is, fool. Fucking stop calling. I was just fucking going with it. Everybody having fun. Everybody fucking laughing and shit. I was like, hey, fucking vibe, bro. I fucked up. Fuck it. It's another $1,200. I ain't tripping. But at the end of the fucking day, Brady still managed to fucking come back. Look, that's a crazy comeback, and I don't even want to fucking speculate on that comeback because if he cheated, fuck it, he cheated. It's still amazing. It's still an amazing comeback. And if he didn't, respect. Because how the fuck can they fool me? It's like a magician. Yeah. This motherfucker managed to come back like that, fooling me. Right. You feel me? So, like.
And right now, the main thing is, honestly, the reason why he left New England is because Bill Belichick wanted to be cheap as fuck. Basically, Bill Belichick would be like, he'll sign a motherfucker like me. I played semi-pro for like 2 years. He's the type of dude that like, oh yeah, we know you're cool in this situation. So we're going to use you in this situation for this one game. And we'll pay you for this one game and then we'll cut you. Like, that's Bill Belichick. You don't give a fuck. It's not about the player. It's about the game. It's about winning. So he'll bring a motherfucker like, he's like, okay, this dude was a fucking leading rusher in Division III. But the thing is, he was only the leading rusher on like 3rd and 2. So if we give this guy the ball on 3rd and 2, like he can pick up 20 yards and shit like that, just only for this one fucking play. So he just for the we'll cut this motherfucker right after the game before we have to owe him a contract. Like that's that motherfucking. And Tom Brady got tired of that shit. He was pissed off. Honestly, Tom Brady was mad because they cut Antonio Brown.
You think that?
I'm dead. Think about it. Where the fuck is he now?
Hold on.
He was mad because they were going to trade Gronkowski and they cut Antonio Brown. Think about who he has on the team right now. Gronkowski and Antonio Brown. This is why, because they knew what the fuck was going on with Antonio Brown before they signed him.
Can I ask you a question? Because I'm a little. All right, is Antonio Brown? Because I'm still confused right now. I can't fucking put 2 and 2 together. Antonio Brown, the guy that fucking was supposed to get going to the Raiders, and he fucking said some bullshit.
Yeah,
he went to that's the same person.
Yeah, the same guy.
So you think that because
look, this is the thing.
All right, I heard. Okay, Gronkowski did something a little bit similar. Remember, I don't know if you guys seen the video where he's fucking telling everybody, "Oh, and I told these motherfuckers I was retired. I was supposed to get traded to the
Detroit Lions."
The Detroit Lions. But I fucking hit him up and I was like, how you gonna trade me? I'm retiring. And then after that, fucking Detroit didn't pick him up and he fucking stayed with the Patriots to fucking win Super Bowls. He fucking clearly states that's kind of like because that's what they got Antonio Brown for. All right. He kind of did it different. All right. He did it after Antonio Brown did it before. Okay, he did he was already traded. That's the fucking crazy thing that look, there's ethics. And ethically, Antonio Brown, he didn't do it right.
But see, this is the
thing.
He
did not do it right.
This is why Tom Brady was pissed off because
you think Tom Brady was pissed off because of that?
Yeah, because this is why. Think about it. He didn't have any reliable receivers in the league.
But that's Tom Brady. You really think he was upset on Antonio Brown?
Think about it. He let Antonio Brown live with him. Antonio Brown lived with that guy. Also, too.
True.
They only played one game. The dude had like 1 or 2 touchdowns in that one game playing with him. More touchdowns than than guys that play with Tom Brady for 3-4 years. This is why he was pissed off with the whole Tom Brady situation. I mean, with the whole Antonio Brown situation, because New England knew what was going on with Antonio Brown before they even signed him. The Raiders didn't know. Antonio Brown fucked the Raiders. I'm not gonna lie, he duped them out. But New England knew what was up before they got him. That's why I said New England only signed that guy, hopefully just only for a few games, just so he can win for them. And that was the whole thing. He looked at he got tired of Bill Belichick using guys as objects.
I don't think so.
Also,
I think that's too.
He was trying to get rid of Tom Brady years ago for what was that dude? Garoppolo. He was trying. Yeah, he's basically. Yeah, he looked at it, and Tom Brady was like, "Man, fuck." It got to the point where it was like, it's either who's the main reason that this team is succeeding, Tom Brady or Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick.
And that was the thing, was Bill Belichick, but Tom Brady this season proved just for right now, that it was Tom Brady. Now you give me good guys, I can show you that I'm still effective.
He hasn't shown yet.
Conversation. That's a different conversation.
Yeah.
Because he has different pieces of the puzzle. He did not have the same pieces of the puzzle.
Which is true. But that's what I'm saying.
He was being Bill cheap.
Exactly. Belichick was being cheap as fuck. Yeah.
The first person that Bill Belichick on an offensive type of
that gets me too. I wish I was more in that life.
Part of the team. So they own him in the playoffs. But now,
I know Brady.
With the Buccaneers,
Brady
you have Gronkowski, you have Cameron Brate, who are the best.
Brady took
the best. You have the tight end position. You have wide receivers. Come on now. It's too much.
Yeah, and that was like, come on, man, and think about it. They couldn't even fucking get this dude at least like a mediocre wide receiver. Like they would get this motherfucker that Tom Brady. Think about it, Brian. You know as well as I know, and Fino, you know as well as I know. We play football, even semi-pro. If you throw a motherfucker that can at least catch the ball fucking 50 times, like 10, 50 times, he's gonna look like a star. Because especially like if motherfuckers don't want to tackle when they can't hit him. Like think about it, Julian Edelman would not get like major yards. They'll get that motherfucker like 4 or 5 yards. Brian, on every fucking thing I love, you know as well as I know. Me and you can fucking play a Julian Edelman role. We can play a Julian Edelman role. We gotta fucking pick up 2-3 yards, just catch the fucking ball. That's it.
The things are not lying, man. When it came to the Patriots and Brady, it was like the thing with Brady is he knows where to go. I play quarterback, I play high school quarterback, I play college quarterback. I know Brady, he knows where to look, and he has a good timing. Yeah. The offense is all on point. But when they say Brady's better than anyone I've ever seen, I can never believe that.
No, you can't say that.
When it comes to skill, he isn't as good as anyone else.
No.
I've seen people with more skill than Brady.
Yeah.
But Brady got the job done in the situation he was
He
in.
got swag.
So that's why he gets the
You gotta give him
the
that.
praise that he gets because
Yeah,
he got
give
it
him
done in the
Yeah.
situation he was in, and he
Yeah.
always got it done. He
Tom
never had
Brady
a
is
chip
got
on
that
I'm gonna keep
swag.
it 100.
Got
Just
that
in my
swag to
opinion,
make duds.
Tom Brady is the smartest quarterback ever.
He knows where to go.
Yeah.
He knows where to look and where to go on the given play,
Hey, I'll
on the given
I'll give
situation.
Brady another ring.
Depending on it, like I play quarterback in college. It depends on the down and distance, right? You come up to the snap, you know the down and distance, and you know
He has
where to
been the
look.
most prepared quarterback. He has been the most influential quarterback in wanting to go into the film room and dissect that.
Hey,
And I agree with
been
you.
the most
but you know what?
swagged out
He knows
quarterback.
I'm gonna keep it 100. You know who's more influential?
Smart quarterback.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it 100, fam. You know 3 more influential quarterbacks that I would say more than Tom Brady.
Right now?
3, no, just overall.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna give you the 3, and I don't know if you guys will agree with me. You got Peyton Manning.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
You have Brett Favre
Yes.
Okay.
and Michael Vick. Those 3.
I don't know if Michael
And the reason
Vick-
why I say
don't know
Michael
if
Vick, think
Vick's
about
in
it.
there.
No.
Every motherfucking running quarterback right now, fucking love Michael Vick.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Brett Favre taught you how to be that fucking running, throwing quarterback. So it's like every motherfucking thing about it. All the fucking running quarterbacks right now have the accuracy of a Brett Favre, but the running ability of a Michael Vick. Of a Michael Vick.
Hey, bro, can I give you my true opinion on this? Because like I started when I was in 1st grade.
What about Randall
And then I played
Randall
football.
Cunningham?
No.
Well, Randall Cunningham inspired Michael Vick, yeah.
You have points. But look, that's why. Are we talking? That's why I kind of like dumbed it down. Are we talking about our time? Like,
I'll give you a
our time, kind of.
all time?
You know, we have to kind of dumb it down to our time because we don't know nobody else's time that kept up to anybody else's time. But so far, obviously, we're gonna fuck with our time because we're. What? Because I agree with 2 out of 3.
The first time I played tackle football, I was 5 years old, bro.
So
What year was
who do
that?
you think? So who do you think
So when you saw-
right now the quarterback? We listen to
hold on,
the
hold
QB.
on.
How old are you right now?
The thing is, I'm
How old are you?
24 right now.
Okay.
Earlier, we were talking about guns and shit, and we were talking about guns. I feel the same way about martial arts. Because when I was 3, I did martial arts, and we was taught like the main principle was you don't use this unless you absolutely need to defend yourself, defend the people you love, defend the people you care about.
That should fly out the window.
And when it
Teach me
comes
something.
up to guns, it's like the people who are level-headed and who are able to have this power, they do it.
Yeah.
We should be talking about football.
Yeah, but anyways.
I just want to backtrack.
No. You got off track. Hey, look, we're talking about quarterback.
My bad. I was thinking
Who's
about
the best quarterback? You said Favre, Peyton Manning,
Well, not
and Michael
best.
Vick.
Well, no, I wasn't saying
No.
best. I was saying for
Like
influential. Who, when you look at people, they say who they inspire to be like. That's like prime example. Like even in basketball right now, like most players wanted to be like LeBron and Kobe and Allen, and then like the guys
it's like Curry.
Yeah, like
Kobe.
Curry after that.
Yeah, and then
You should say Michael Jordan. I think you should
Well,
start with
reason
Michael Jordan.
why I didn't say Michael Jordan because I'm keeping 100. I'm 32,
But
and
still,
I don't even like. I kind of barely remember MJ, but there's guys.
Kobe, baby.
Yeah,
Why
the
not?
kid.
Why
You gotta
not?
think. There's guys in the NBA right now. Think about it. They're like 20 something, like 24, 20, like around you guys' age, right?
Yeah.
So the main people that they grew up watching was Kobe and LeBron, and Allen Iverson, T-Mac. You know, those guys, you know, like now even Russell Westbrook. We starting to get these dudes that are getting drafted like 18, 19, like LaMelo Ball. That motherfucker like 19 years old. I'm sitting there looking like, fucking, I'm 32. That kid's 19. So the people he looked up to, or he may not even remember Kobe. I'm like, I remember when Kobe, before that motherfucker even got drafted. Like I have a little brother that's fucking 26 years old. That fucking
It's like they don't even know who
hey, bro,
Ludacris is.
all I'm gonna say, I guess he was marketed different than me, bro. Because the first motherfucker I would say is Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Well,
And
no,
that's how my mind's processed.
I was introduced to like
my mind's processed. Hey, who the fuck Who the fuck you wanna fuck with? Who the fuck you wanna like? Who the fuck you gonna buy their shoes? Who the fuck you gonna? You feel me? I was like, and I didn't grow up. I'm 27.
I was introduced to.
Hold on.
You know, when we're asked, because I hate having these conversations about who's the best, because everybody's got their own opinion on what the best is.
Oh yeah.
So, who's the best? What's the criteria for them being the best?
Honestly, with me, I'm gonna keep it 100. Just even with me coaching basketball coaching park and rec off and on for about 10 years, I've come to a conclusion, just to be honest with you, that there's no greatest basketball player of all time, and the reason why, because there are different eras, and there's different rules that were changed. I mean, if we want to say, like, far as accolades and numbers and everything, statistically, and with all the accolades, honestly, is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Because Kareem has won from all the way from fucking elementary school all the way up through the pros. Like, keep it 1,000 real.
1,000 and see how many people have the rings. That's why you have.
And that's the thing. Kareem has like 5, 6 rings.
They had to make rules against him in college.
Exactly. Like Kareem couldn't even dunk. Yeah.
They had to be like, hey, you gotta stop dunking. So now he mastered the hook shot.
Yeah,
he found a whole new way to dominate.
Yeah, like Kareem he wasn't allowed to dunk. Like the dude, and this is the thing.
That's funny.
The guy never shot 3-pointers. The dude never shot 3-pointers. And he's still the #1 leading scorer of all time. Like the dude never shot a fucking 3-point. May have took 1 or 2 3-pointers when they came in, but the dude was playing pre fucking 3-point line. Like this dude was fucking.
He was crazy.
Yeah, like a person like I would have never known that, and that's crazy because like I would have just straight up went to like if you want to break it down, who has the most rings?
Right. And the most rings is fucking Bill Russell. Bill Russell has 11 rings. Now the reason why, now I'm gonna tell you the reason why they don't consider him the greatest, and I'm keeping 100, is because the Boston Celtics was kind of low-key owned by the mob during the 60s and the 50s and shit. Yeah, them motherfuckers, like, they'll pay off the ref. Like, they'll go, like, fuck shit up. You better, bro, you better. Hey, I'm trying to sing. Like, look here, sing. Yeah, sing. You better go and, look, I'm going to tell you right now. The Celtics better win, or you better, or it's the curtains. The curtains. Like, what? I have a kid in the family. You get in the kite and see they got the fucking Boston mob and like fucking all those like fucking Al Capone and all them dudes
That's
back in the
the
day.
majority of the titles came though.
Because ain't no fucking way in the world you got a basketball player. This motherfucker smokes cigarettes and drink beer before the fucking game. He going out there, he's fucking winning the game. Like, come on, man. This motherfucker like got numbers. He bald as fuck and shit. Like, come on, this motherfucker got a ball spot and shit. Yeah, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna score 20 points. See?
Chamberlain.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna go out there and score 20 points. Bill Russell going average fucking 15. Look, Bill Russell like being quiet because he already know what's going on. Fucking red R-back smoking fucking cigars on the sideline and shit. Like, what the fuck? This nigga smoking cigars on the sideline during the middle of the fucking NBA game.
Imagine being Will Chamberlain playing against midgets and being so good.
But no, what's the thing? All right, so this is the myth with Will Chamberlain. There were other centers. Look, there were other centers in the league that were 7-1, but this is the thing with Will Chamberlain. Will Chamberlain was the first fucking freak athlete. Will Chamberlain is honestly the greatest. A lot of motherfuckers don't know. Will Chamberlain is the greatest volleyball player to have ever lived. Then also too, Will Chamberlain was a high jumper. This motherfucker did shot put. He did fucking sprint. Like he was an all-around athlete. See, back then that was when motherfuckers, like I said, they were drinking beer, smoking weed, and shit on the sideline or whatever. Normal. So Will Chamberlain was like a first multi-sport athlete.
Everybody.
He fucked bitches and worked out with Arnold Schwarzenegger, bro.
Yeah.
He worked out with the fucking Terminator.
Look, Will Chamberlain used to fucking bench press like 500. Yeah, like
over
500.
Over
500.
I know one of my fucking missions to be in life, bro.
That fool was benching.
Work out with Arnold Schwarzenegger, bro. This motherfucker worked out with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Hey, no, for real. Hey, you know what though? I'm gonna keep 100. Let me show you how fucking 6 degrees of separation is. Tookie Williams used to work out with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Will Chamberlain did.
If I work out with Arnold Schwarzenegger, y'all respect me?
Yes. Yes.
Hey, wait, my bad. What were you saying, Fino?
I want to work out with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
All right, so Fino,
Pino was filling me on the question because I was on the phone with my girl right there. So he was asking me what's my criteria for best. And that's very interesting to me because it's a whole bunch of different criteria. Because basketball is a team sport. My favorite player always and never will be Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace.
Kobe, wait, hold on. Look, hey, look. That's what I got behind me right now. RP Kobe and Gigi.
And let's just disclaimer for me. For me, I appreciate it. I wish I could pull out. I can't bring it up. I just did laundry.
That's
Look,
net
here
right
it
there.
is.
I still gotta put the name in.
Say this. For the best. Really, it's different to me because when I think about the best, I think about Jordan being the best for his era.
He was, man.
Yeah, he was.
100%.
Era. However you want to say it. So the things that Michael Jordan was privy to, the things that LeBron James were privy to, the things that Kobe Bryant were privy to, they were all different. Now, Kobe Bryant and LeBron James were closer in proximity to those things. Kobe Bryant and LeBron and Jordan were closer in the latter two things. I will say this: I don't get caught up in that conversation of who is the best.
Of course, why would you? Of course.
That's what I was saying. That's that. I'll leave that up for other people. Just like
It's impossible to say.
Because for these players, it doesn't come down to that. It comes down to what they were perceiving themselves to be as successful. They've already achieved these things. So for them, they don't need to worry about that. For us, that's for us to speculate on. Like I said, I don't like speculation. So I'm just going to tell y'all how I like to see it. Look, Jordan, he is the most skilled player to me in my mind. He has done it in a way where nobody else has done it.
Wait.
Make him the best. No, you gonna let me finish.
No, nigga, I ain't gonna let you. Ain't gonna finish. I don't give a fuck about your finishing.
No, I don't want to finish.
Goddamn, fuck your finishing, man.
Guy.
All right, what was you gonna say though? No, all right. So skill wise, I'm gonna keep it 1,000.
Come on.
Skill wise, I'm gonna just keep it 1,000. I don't want to admit this, and it's hurting my heart and my soul and my spirit to admit this though. The most skilled player that I've seen so far is LeBron. Overall. And the reason why, because the motherfucker is a goddamn football player that has figured out how to play basketball. Like this motherfucker, like, huh?
Honestly, bro, I respect that shit.
He got football players somehow, maybe.
Yeah.
But it could,
Yeah, but he doesn't have that football footwork.
No, he doesn't. And the whole thing is, but this
he's
is
a little clumsy when it comes to that forward, bro.
Yeah.
He's not smooth as we've seen others.
now this is why I say far as his skills, because he's figured out how to impact the game without being smooth. Now the smoothest motherfucker I've ever seen play basketball is Kobe.
Yes.
That's the smoothest, like overall, like the most. And it's hard because I would say skill-wise, Kobe. It's hard because I think Kobe could have been a lot like LeBron, but it's hard for Kobe to be like that when you got to fucking play with Chucky Atkins, Tierre Brown, fucking look, Kwame Brown, Kwame Bus Brown.
Bro, I'm
Let's get this back in the context. We're talking about who is supposed to be the best. Now, what I was saying was, the reason I'm not continue what I was going to say, because I don't believe or perceive anybody to be the best as of right now.
Yeah, I don't see nobody that. Yeah, it's hard.
No one's ahead of the game when that's
We
coming
are going
out.
to continue to see phenomenal people coming up the ranks. We are going to see people who will be an anomaly, if you will. LeBron James is an anomaly. We will not see another high school basketball player
right now.
come up in our time doing what he did. Right? Okay, for me, the best of the best will come from the ranks of who will come up. What we'll see. We'll see them doing certain things. Yeah, this is my take on it. I don't consider anybody to be the best because the denominations and the rules for the certain people who are doing what they're doing right now, prior to what they have done in the future, it's going to change. These rules will keep changing. The rules will never keep changing.
Of course.
There will always be a phenomenal amount of people who will be doing these things.
Yes,
I see you got something to add on to that.
When it comes to
not only the rules, but how these people take care of their body. Look at LeBron.
LeBron's the
$1 million
best.
on his body a year.
$1 million.
You know, Jordan probably would spend $1 million on his body.
But he wasn't aware.
Training, not on your own chef, keeping what you're putting in your body. Rehab, how you're rehabbing your body after practice. My brother was drinking and smoking. Before games, after games. I mean,
exactly. They're 100% correct.
Now you guys thinking, LeBron, what he's doing right now in what his 18th year.
Yes, exactly. It's never seen before type shit.
Yeah.
Kobe wasn't nothing like that in his 17th. Because he was old, even though he had that knee surgery.
I'll give it down.
I don't have to bring that up. Yeah, I love Kobe too, but it's just amazing how these guys, the way they take care of their body now,
Yes.
It's played for a long time now. And then what Kobe learned when he was playing, he learned that okay, I can't go to the hoop no more. I gotta strengthen another part of my game. And because he knew he couldn't make those cuts or whatever like he used to. And he played injured all the time. I don't think he would know how to play. I don't think Kobe would know how to play.
The thing with Kobe is that he went beyond like the normal. So like with Kobe, it's like his mind was above the normal threshold. So he literally pushed his body beyond what it can handle, and we all witnessed him tumble, bro, because he got injured. You feel me? And it wasn't just one injury; it was like injury after injury after injury. So it was like Kobe was the greatest for a little bit, and then once he got hurt and he couldn't bounce back, it was like LeBron was clearly better than him when he couldn't bounce back. But when Kobe was at his prime, he was. What I say is he's just as good as Jordan. Because I feel like they both are just as skilled in the game. They both can get buckets. The team could rely on both of those foods just as much as the other. And they both could come through like it was like time and time again. They proved it. But when it comes to LeBron, it's like he's like a total freakish athlete beyond what we've ever seen before. And he has literally lasted longer than any athlete in basketball we've ever seen last before, other than Kareem. He is literally competing with Kareem for longevity.
Yeah.
But he has dominated and been on top of the mountain as long as anyone we've ever seen before. Mm-hmm. But I won't say that at his best, he's better than other fools who I've seen at their best.
Yeah, and this is my opinion too, though. It's kind of, and this is just my opinion. It's hard for me to put him over Kobe, and this is why. You got to sink and swim with who you came with if you're gonna keep it 100. And it's like Kobe wanted out. Dr. Bud said, "Fuck that. All right, I'll give up the farm."
His team was trash though.
Yeah, they were. Like he had
garbage.
Like we were saying. The motherfucker was playing with Kwame Brown.
Absolute garbage.
Chucky Atkins, Smush Parker. You know, he's fucking.
That was Kobe's least favorite player of all time.
Yeah, because Smush Parker motherfucking ass wanted to shoot every goddamn thing. And Kobe looked at it like, Kobe looked at it like this. Smush Parker had the opportunity to be a good ass player, and he didn't see that shit because he played scared. Kobe didn't respect motherfuckers that played scared. He looked at Smush like, bro, you got all the ability in the world. You
didn't have the confidence to fuck with him.
He could see his potential, but he saw where his mind was limiting him.
Yeah,
exactly. Kobe's mind is above him.
You didn't have that confidence.
Like, how dare you?
Fear, just like he said, fear is the mind killer.
Exactly. Think about it like this. If Shaq died, when Shaq died, motherfuckers are not going to cry. Motherfuckers are not going to cry the same way they cried for Kobe. You know why? Because Kobe said, fuck it, I'm going to stay here and I'm going to dedicate myself to this city. to this city. 20 years. That's a whole motherfucker's lifetime. 20 years.
Yeah.
I have homies that didn't fucking make it past 14, 15.
More to the people, man.
Come on, like this motherfucker said, man, when everybody else said, fuck coming to LA, I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna hold it down for you motherfuckers. That's why he looked at it like this. It was the same reason why before Tupac died, he came out with "To Live and Die" in LA. That was one of the last songs. Like when you sit here and show love to LA, it don't matter who the fuck it is. Like we look at it like this. We know we a fucked up ass city, but if you want to rock with us and hold it down, because the thing is like this, everybody can come out here for the glitz and glam. But these motherfuckers know about the hood motherfuckers on the east side that's over there in fucking Pomona, Pasadena, and fucking Watts, Compton, or whatever. They holding it down for them motherfuckers. That's the real LA. It's like the motherfuckers in Hollywood, them situational
motherfuckers. They try to pretend like that's real.
That's not. That's that shit. Yeah,
they're out there shopping. They at the fucking malls and shit.
Like the real LA going down like east of the fucking 110 or fucking north of the 10 freeway type shit, you know. The San Fernando Valley motherfuckers, the fucking.
They really act like this because they come to the downtown type shit. Like they travel from
or they going to fucking Beverly Hills and West LA and fucking in that area like that. So they like, or Hollywood, like that's LA to them. It's like for LA motherfuckers, that's not.
LA is deeper. It's deeper than that. Like, y'all are the outskirts type shit. Like.
Just be real too.
Y'all in the picture they paint of LA.
And that's all. And then the whole thing is like, I felt like when Kobe passed away, it was almost like a motherfucker lost a big brother. Because I remember I was like 10 years old watching this motherfucker come into the league.
Versus the Spurs and shit.
Man, I swear, everything I love. I watched right after Kobe's rookie year, the Midsummer Night Magic, when Magic Johnson used to have the All-Star game every summer and have like the best players in the NBA just come out just to fucking show up for Magic. Yeah, all the motherfuckers. I remember in 1997, the summer of 97, I kid you not, right after Kobe's rookie year.
That was one of the best draft passes.
Man, on some real shit. And Kobe, like they were in this this summer All-Star game. And I remember at that time, my favorite player was Penny Hardaway. Like Penny Hardaway was doing this shit.
He was like Kobe before Kobe.
Yeah, and Kobe dominated the fuck out of Penny Hardaway in that ass. I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? Kobe doing everything that he can do to my favorite player. And I'm like, wait, I'm sitting there watching on YouTube. I'm watching this man dog the fuck out of my favorite player. Like, who is this dude? He only how old? He only 17. Like, man, after that point, from that point on, I followed Kobe up until the fucking moment he died. So 97.
It was like, hey.
And what it was like I'm watching a kid. And it let me like, damn, this dude only a few years older than me. Like I'm like 7, 8 years old. This dude only 17.
Yeah, but here he was like, I'm locked in the line. I'm the greatest to ever touch the basketball.
Exactly. Like I remember when everybody else was supposed to have been better than Kobe. When fucking you had motherfuckers, we even talking about Michael Phelan being better than Kobe. Fucking better than Kobe. Like everybody else was supposed to have been better than Kobe, but Kobe. Like,
Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Curry.
Well, you go back.
What'd you say, Brian?
I'm saying because Kobe Bryant, he was a phenom. The only reason why he was a phenom is because he had a blueprint to go off of. Right? He dedicated himself to that certain process, to that certain demeanor, that his determination without will, his talent. He was very talented, but he knew to get in the gym and do what he needed to do. That's what I'm saying. I would have given him to Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic is about to be a phenom in this league. Watch.
Kobe loved Luka. Kobe gave Luka his credit when he was still alive.
The European League, and he was able to perfect his craft and his skill in Europe. He's about to do that.
And scoring buckets, but not that Mamba mentality.
Yeah, because he don't play no defense.
Maybe not Mamba mentality. You're right, but he does have that same Mamba mentality comes from that preparation.
That's what made him.
It's not preparation; it's an obsession.
It wasn't just like it was the whole game.
It's something he loved. He'd be there with his whole shoe would be all fucked up. This nigga would be like in the hyperbolic time chamber and fucking.
I'll never forget when T-Mac was in his prime and Kobe was in his
T-Mac
prime,
was
right?
Too.
And motherfuckers were saying who was better, right?
Almost.
And I'll never forget it was this one like primetime game they played against each other. T-Mac was doing this shit the whole game. Kobe was doing this little thing, right?
Yeah.
Kobe shut T-Mac down in that fourth quarter.
When it
where
matters.
T-Mac-
When it matters.
4 points.
When it matters.
Hell yeah.
Somebody doesn't lock it down.
Man, come on, man.
Kobe plays defense like
When it matters.
you watch the best of LeBron's games and the best of Kobe's games.
Let's watch Kobe.
Kobe already has like 800 more games.
What were you saying, Fino?
High school, where he looked at that list and saw these so many players above him that they ranked higher than him. He said, "All right," and wrote their name down. And every time he played against them, check them motherfuckers off the list. That's a high school kid.
He beat them individually.
He said it was 14, 15, probably had, just in high school. Marking people, taking names and fucking checking them out once he beat them.
Yeah.
He knew he couldn't at the time when he played him in that All-Star game, whatever he talked about. But he knew, he goes, all right. He went there just to scope out the competition, see what he had to do to get better. Now, you got a kid making all decisions like that?
Hey, you guys,
Man.
I don't mean to cut you guys off, but we got 10 minutes left in the show. I mean, you guys can stick around, but we got we got to get to the last little section of our show. This was dope as fuck. Hey, if you guys want to come back on next week, I really want to invite you guys back on. I'll even send you the StreamYard shit. That way you guys can be able to jump on the live stream as well as the chat room right now. We're gonna get into our music session of our music segment of the show. You guys can stick around if you want to. I don't mean to, like I said, I don't mean to cut everybody off, but I have to be conscious of everybody's time. It's getting late. We got 10 minutes left in the show. I'm about to turn these instrumentals up. Actually, the hooligans, you guys got some shit you want to play right now, right? We're about to get into some new music by the hooligans. Most definitely.
All Kobe needed was one big, literally. All Kobe needed was one big.
Yeah.
And he won championships every time he had one big.
And think about it, this motherfucker.
I'm telling you, he tore his Achilles, and he was
He was playing
the fucking league.
won a championship with the same UA.
If he was literally somebody from I Am Legend, like one of those little zombie creatures, he'd still be playing basketball. Like, you know what I'm saying? It didn't matter.
He retired.
It doesn't matter if he's only connected by glue and fucking scotch tape. Like Kobe would play no matter what.
I don't give a fuck what nobody say. The two hardcore players I've ever seen play like that played the most injuries was Allen Iverson and Kobe Bryant. Kobe played, even though he played with his fucking fingers fucked up, that's not even the fact. This motherfucker scored 30 points with his left hand because his fucking right shoulder was fucked up.
Yes. He didn't just play, he balled out.
30
when
points.
When the officer sat against him and he had pain.
Derek Fisher's career high.
Bro, time and time again.
Derek Fisher's career high.
Act like he didn't pass, but he had certain little characters that he could fuck with. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, they could even get 20 points a night. Like each one though.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Damn, like
that shit's
it's the return of that lady. I thought I had got rid of that goddamn lady.
I got a question.
Question.
I'm new to all this. What's the music part of this? What's the deal?
All right, so basically, we
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
That lady, I hope that lady making a lot of money right now. She on everything. That lady is taking over the world. All right, so basically, music part. Usually we bust freestyles. My boys right now finna debut some new tracks and shit. We just have shit. I don't know if we freestyle, but after we do this, we're gonna throw on some instrumentals, we're gonna bust some freestyles, and then we're gonna take it on home after that.
Whatever's the vibes.
Yeah.
We're just going live. All good vibes over here. Shit.
But right now we finna get into some new music by the hooligans.
Turns up, bottles up, bottles down, bottles up, blow it up. Turns up, so what? Fucked up, turned up, bottles up, bottles down, bottles up, blow it up, turned up, turned up, so what? Make it, gotta work to make it, gotta fucking take it. Never hesitate, and if you call it back, then I gotta break it. You never gotta break it, I know the truth and I had to face it. We're all rough and I walk the bases. Living life and it's so amazing. Living life and it's so crazy. No, I don't give a fuck, no, nigga. Get me good, I'm in shit. Why do you blind? I'm on the city, just want to keep on the way. Money, you shit, and you want to bed. I'm on the street, I'm on the bed. I know you were fine, yeah. I get that pussy on my water. She call me daddy, I guess I'm a father for taking the scene. This shit on my son and my daughter, I swear I'm the king. Cause all of these niggas be capping and all of these raps, I'm too tough. These hoes say I'm in the Bible, yeah. Some friends gotta try me, listen to tunes. I'm trying to get you to move, I'm trying to get you to move. I'm gonna put it on skis, coming along with me, that's so much be true. No, I don't play by the rules, but shots that we shoot, those will be shots that we shoot.
Got no habits I fall, there's no habits I fall in love, still my toes. Tell words and on some players, I go listening. Tell you I'm doing my game, how you judging me. I'm moving on, I worked up, I'm worked up, I worked up, drink all day, and I'm the moves, she on me, so I tell her what I say when I say my name. I'm rapping the lyrics, just throw the hands, I'm not even thinking of what this is. I'm not even playing, I feel like the greatest, I'm thinking I'm feeling
For sure. Es lo que les tengo que decir, es que toman mucho puto alcohol.
Y'all got any more? What's up?
Looking all love to us, but you go and tell you stop nothing. Looking over that I just in your business. You heard my name and she heard my brother. Ain't always flashing this life of a bitch when I'm blowing her back. She screaming, she covered. Sit there, she tackle, we know that's a camera. We see the little line, or just let the fire.
Whoa, I'm so faded on my whole soul. Whoa, she pick me up, connect the boat too. She like my jam, like cold milk, that no. She just want that fucking no dough. She just found out about that new quote. Back when we was watching Blue Clothes. Oh no.
Boogie, and bam, pussy, my pull out the tool if you looking suspect. Saucy woman, I come with it. I'm like this should be my time. I feel it from time. I rebound like a steak out. Bitch, I got me like a steak out. Feel like I'm cold in the moment for take out you.
Yeah, I ain't say you don't fuck with me, but you steady looking up to me. You might fuck me, but ain't no fuck to me. I'm already cut, I come to shop with me. Ain't no fuck to me, I'm a solid bitch. Ain't no fuck with me. My mama can take for a bit. Fuck on the smoke, I'm SG. Yeah, that's the hardcore. This is what you don't run. Who's fire rap? I'm only. My fucking me, but you don't know me. I'm the only one you can't call me.
Produced by Roman on the beat.
Hey, shout out to the kids, all saying we be digging it up. On the bridge, we be killing it. In the store, we be on the night shit. It's the game, we're not doing this like shit. Energy, we be on the city, we the post, be giving niggas again. Stitches on the game. That's how I do it.
Another person, I'm always off from the justice. I've been up for a day, now I'm always staying up. I'm just like you can't with the arrow. I'm no bitch, I'm always lit. I can't take your feelings, but I'm in the I just ain't talking to baby, the tail of back of a Maserati. It's the only thing you do to me, baby, we take it low in the paparazzi. I'm making this bitch shit, I ain't looking at the way I'm looking. Yes, if I ain't true, it's
Baby, you bring this shit music, that shit crazy, love. You ain't up and get push right up and stay in love. You know what it is, what it was, I understand it. I got foreign bitches loving when I lay back. I got foreign bitches loving when I lay back. Get my baby shining, that shit no fugazi, yeah. Get my baby shining, that shit no fugazi, yeah. I'm thinking of the shit. Where I came from, tell me what I'm making. Tell me what you're making. Who the man can't count shit? Who the man with the bad shit? Who the man with the bad shit? They don't know what home is.
I think I get going on.
Alright. Good plan. And that's what we got.
Rockstar, still a fucked up. I'm not no pop star. Rockstar, still a fucked up. I'm not no pop star. Rockstar, still a fucked up. Rockstar, in this bitch. Rock in this bitch. I'm not no pop star. Rockstar, still a fucked up. I'm not no pop star. Rockstar, still a fucked up. I'm not no pop star. Rockstar, still a fucked up. Rockstar, in this bitch. Rock in this bitch. Money makes the world turn. Money makes the world burn. That bitch one. I'm driving on suburban. He's on the curb. Get up where I'm supposed to work. I'm in Cali, gotta hit the Cali. I was around and gon' learn. All my niggas is here. I'm a some bread and toast. You be buying this shit. Got the fire, bitch, head like fire. Fine like rockets, so bitch. I'm still on fucked up. I'm not no pop star. I'm still on fucked up. I'm not no pop star. I'm still on fucked up. In this bitch, I'm in this bitch. I'm not no pop star. Rockstar, still on fucked up. I'm not no pop star. Rockstar, still on fucked up. I'm not no pop star. Rockstar, still on fucked up. In this bitch, rock, hey yo, we moving different. Fuck the bullshit. I've been on my shit. Cross the twisted. I've been on my ill shit. Ill shit, sick shit. I be red bull lifted. Never ever shifted. Never ever switching. Check her off to the hit list. That's a hit list. Wish list. I ain't never sweat shit. Bitch, you ain't shit. Bitch, you ain't shit. Bitch, you crazy. Bitch, you lazy. I'm not no pop star. I'm still on fucked up. I'm not no pop star. I'm still on fucked up. I'm not no pop star. I'm still on fucked up. In this bitch, in this bitch, I'm not no pop star. I'm still on fucked up. I'm not no pop star. I'm still on fucked up. I'm not no pop star. I'm still on fucked up. In this bitch, in this bitch.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, yo. So we got a couple of minutes left. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw some instrumentals, and where Shaman goes, gonna have him answer some questions, or we're gonna ask him a couple of things.
Instrumentals, then Shaman's on deck. Come in.
I'll throw some of these little instrumentals and shit for y'all. Also, once again, I want to say shout out to TWZ Productions. It's my boy.
Yes, sir.
MJ Farmer.
Yes, sir.
For, holding it down over here in the sweet spot. Shout out to the hooligans.
Yes, sir.
You feel me?
Yes, indeed. Baby.
It's always a pleasure to have my boys come through, chop it up with me. Hey, give their perspective on different shit going on in life. Hey, I really appreciate it because I ain't gonna lie, it's boring as fuck. I hold, I'm trying to do my best to hold it down. When I'm here by myself, but it's a whole different dynamic. When you chopping up, have different, points of view.
You know what I'm saying? Where you could bounce off each other's ideas.
Exactly. We ain't trying to hit against
people could agree on something. People could disagree. People could dispute.
Yes. Just react.
You know what I'm saying?
React. We'll react to your reaction. Shit. We're trying to hear your voice. What's up, man? We gonna hear it up. We real. Keep it real.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Okay, lady. Thank
Slade. You guys
The
come.
Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Okay, make her money, lady. She out here getting her bread every time they say that. You know, she in China, so every time they say that, you know, they give her probably like half.
Yeah.
Some shit like that. That's fucked up.
Something. Well, and
Man,
come on,
low
T.
When she gotta say that, she's gotta say
all right, fam. Hey, so you want to get in? We were asking a question about. I remember the question you were asking us earlier about, like, have we seen like what kind of weird shit we've seen, far as different shit in the flesh. Exactly. So we want to touch on what your level of expertise are, or you kind of chill right now.
Wait a second, are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Extra two.
It don't matter.
You want to come right here?
Come right here. Right where I'm saying shit.
That way we can talk.
Give or take on the extra
Yeah, no, for real, because we got like
Let's
probably
get
about
some
10, 15 minutes left. And I want to get your whole perspectives on shit so we can be able to reach a certain audience.
We want to hear what the shaman got to say,
Yeah.
but we also want to have some time for freestyle and stuff.
No, fuck yeah, dude.
The shaman first. The shaman's
No,
first.
it's not my scene.
It's literally been created for you.
Just
You're
like,
the
hey,
shaman.
I'll let you guys do your stuff. Hold on. That's not my favorite. My favorite. But, no. Look, should I say, answer the question? No, all right. Just answer the question. Shit. Yeah, anything you haven't been able to explain, probably seen it. Probably have others who haven't seen it. Whatever you like. But right now, what I'd like to touch on is if there's anything, any kind of, let's say, movement, that shouldn't have been going on, or audio, type of hallucination, you can call it. Even as far as that ring in your fucking ear is a type of, you can call it a paranormal experience. Goes so far as to say as just something you experience that others around you aren't experiencing. Yet sometimes you have a pretty big group around you, and someone else sees the same thing you see. That's where you count it up as a legitimate experience. I don't know how many of you here amongst us have had those types of experiences where you and another person have seen the same thing at the same time, and you can't legitimately say that you're fucking crazy.
Yeah, I got the neck for this last. So it's like a chest. I think it's last. I ain't got time for this last. I just last. It's like a chest. I'm the boy. I never go slack.
Something that say, hey, like, did you see that shit? Yeah, but you tell me what you saw. And it's like, how about you tell me what you saw? I'm like, no.
We just rap about this shit.
Alright. Like, my solution was always, hey, how about you tell me what feature you saw, and I'll tell you another.
Alright.
So this is the truth.
Alright.
I done seen some shit. It was crazy. Very good
Those
exorcist.
parameters.
This is why. And I ain't gonna lie. So this was back in the summer of 2005.
I feel it.
My auntie was wild. She was on the trip. She was drunk as fuck. She was drunk as shit. So she had a demon on the sofa bed. Because when she came home, the lights got dim. Started wilding out, running her mouth, looking so crazy. Now what it was about, we really don't know. So what my pops tried to do, he got the Bible. He read a verse or two. This is what she tried to wild out.
do some more crazy shit. She started laughing when he spit her verse out. Everybody it was like she was a demon. She was like a heathen and some crazy shit. I came downstairs, wasn't believing, but oh my God, on my soul, and my kids, this is true. When I grabbed her arm, this is what I proceeded to do. My mom said I started speaking in tongues, started speaking the language of the ancients, and they said that I really wasn't even tripping about the demon that was on her soul. When he started to read, prayed for her soul, then that demon proceeded to let it go of her body. Then she cried out, she started to cry.
As soon as you see it, I've had many experiences with that. And when my mother, even as my great this man they called Magic Hands, and she explained to her, well, he explained to her that she would know one day why they call him Magic Hands.
That's good.
Many hands grabbing her, pulling her to the bed. Well, this motherfucker comes out the corner of the room, laughing in the demonic tone. She asks if he's the devil. He just responds with an evil, maniacal laughter and proceeds to rape her. My little brother saw this whole thing happen. Meanwhile, an invisible entity prevents him from helping. My little sister as well, just 1 year old, younger than me, mind you. I've seen many things with her as well. And yeah, man, dude, it just, I'll just tell you. The fuck up, these things are real. They happen. And it's all dealing with the voodoo, the Ouija board. I like this. Looking into the goddamn void. When you look into the void long enough, it starts to stare back.
Well, for those who don't know, what is the void?
Yeah, I am. Whoa! He said you don't know. Also the light. I'm the yin and yang in between. Don't you know I'm the messenger of God? That's what Santos means. Oh.
Wait. Say that again. Say it louder so they can hear you.
I'm the messenger of God. That's what Santos means. Don't you fucking mean to fucking demean my position here. That fucking beat didn't go with it. You know, I spit the goddamn truth so heavy it leaves the world unbalanced. It's what's going on, going into the darkness, leading into the light. It's a yin yang. You know, without darkness there is no light. And only when you see the darkness can you see the slightest sliver of light.
You got that shit. You wasn't meant to talk, all I had ticks. You see my shit. We riding rich. Everybody know we done weekends. We done fucking kids in the fucking street. Getting into trouble for fucking me. What it fucking mean if I'm getting green and doing what I fucking dream?
What's my fucking dream? This my fucking dream. Do my thing. Back and forth like a swing. And you know what would bring. Only that heat on tracks. We redeem myself. Put the song shelves you can't see. Our protection. We come through, we let go like a Uzi. Fucking duty. Things you can't see. Things you could never be. I'm just shooting with the kick, man. Right here. You know what the shit said.
Going back to the start, to the front, from the back, from the bottom too. Everybody know I got the fucking groove. Everybody know I do the fucking do. That who the glue, who the glue. I do the fucking glue. The fucking street. We got a fucking me. We have a fucking me.
I got one for you right now.
What do we do, like fall out the past?
Let's go.
Okay.
Tell me what you think about me right now. Tell me what you think about me right now. even chillin' about you like how? Bitch, I ain't even thinking about you like how? Fuck you with, fuck you want from me. Fuck you with, what you want from me.
What you want from me? What you think about? You can't run at these footsteps that I be placing like snow cheese. Cakes come through, trying to earn the fight. I'm trying to split that, go through. You know I kick back, I'm chilling and I'm right there where the pocket stick at. I'm just chilling with my big cats, alley dogs, run it on.
Run it all. Sorry, y'all niggas can't stand this tone. We just doing our shit, yeah. And all y'all fucking enjoying it, but we just doing this shit like this.
Right up off the top, we be coming non-stop. Only getting rapping, then we hit them beats non-stop. We be killing shit, we ain't even drop. We just put this in motherfucking drop.
That's how the world fucking beats. All you motherfuckers don't know the real way.
Excuse me.
I'm sitting looking at her, she wet like a jacuzzi. I've been standing there looking at me like I'm a movie. That's cool. But she said she like how smooth be. And I said that's cool. When I do it like I'm Scooby, I give you a smack, bring you up on my back. She got stuffed in that ass like she was a backpack. I said I'm about to carry her off like an knapsack. I'm about to pass that Dudley like I was Shaq.
Bitch, I'm chasing the bag, I'm chasing hella stacks. Bitch, I'm doing this shit like a Scooby Snack. You about to power me up, I'm about to hella get this. Don't give a fuck about anyone in the way. I'm about to do this shit my way. I'm about to chill a whole beef sauce and okay. And then you got paid.
Yeah. Okay. Niggas got the kilos, trying to do my thing. You know, I pull up free throws, hit that, eat those, beat those, 6 those, come through. Wasabi, eat those. I be spitting what I'm speaking. I try to do my thing, it's never red, but I eat it. Nah, I'm heading, believing what I'm doing. I'm never cheating. This is real shit. Real shit. Shit that you can feel, bitch. I'm trying to pull up, do my thing. It's the realness inside of you, the softness, the hopeness, the come through. Can't even fucking smoke this. Liquefied dopeness, concentrated. I do my thing. Why the fuck people try to hate me? I'm like getting ready, but you niggas hate and you sipping on the hate rain. I never fade, but I'm always on my grind. You know I like to flip that, kick, flip, kick, do my thing, hit that. Big stacks is what the fuck we been headed to. I'm trying to come through and be beheaded you. You the king, I'm in the ring, and I'm knocking you out. I might sing like be float like a butterfly. I thought you gonna see, cause we wave like the 7 seas, and we eating bees. I'm in the ass, double bees. I'm so sick, but I don't even sleep.
Cause you gotta see that the hottest drum and never forget where you're coming from. Fucking
Take 9? I gotta take 9. Everything I'm building, sitting there, shit, everything funky. That's the Malibu and Malibu.
I just go, man. It's like a go hand. Do my thing with no hands. It's like Magic David Blaine. I flow, man. I go on and on. Energize the funny. I ain't smiling. Ain't shit funny. I do my thing. I'm like Jack Sparrow off the dummy. I'm not looking like a dummy. I'm looking like a dummy. Crash test dummy. Crashing. I do my thing. Oh, I might wear my mask in. Mask in the F. Felony left. Bulletproof vest. Fuck it. Tuck it. That's what I got now. Do my thing. I'm trying to blow the whole spot down.
Next one.
All right, universal.
We're gonna do this one for the ladies.
yeah, there's a way. Straight away from that shit. Let's do it again.
I got back to the slide, swipe the trash, swoop it, one take it fast. I'm the slash, one take it fast. Slash, I'm fucking fast. Which way to go? I got no math to tell me how I fucking feel. Till my fucking beat, how I fucking go. Do I take the 10 ways and 10 things? I don't know. I'm faded. Man, another drug. Another faded. Got a bitch hitting me X-rated. I got some tech there. I can't say shit about. I'm doing this, I'm out. I'm doing this, I'm out. Man, I'm out. Right?
Mira, pendeje. ¿Sabes qué? Hablo más bien en español. Así les hablo.
I got my first. Is it talking about? Chop my hair off on my fucking birthday. All up at the park, motherfucking straight away all day. You know I got the jumper all day. At 15 years, I got a few things all big. Bad little thing trying to hang on me. Bitch trying to bang on me. Till I come over, she was trying to fucking hang on me.
Bang on me. I swear it is big bad. Motherfucking great. She coming from my city and she know how I do. And she know about my crew and she know how we cool. And she know that she won't fucking ride with her real motherfucker. I ain't tripping, but nobody else got her. Everybody else know I'm fucking jealous. Busters and they bustin', they ain't really got shit on us. I'm a shit motherfucker. I'ma do this real. Everybody know how I chilly chill with my trail on. Everybody, yeah, we sipping on that motherfucking shit that be on that fucking chilly chill like.
That's right. Gotta wake up, get cake. Gotta get paid. Gotta wake up, get paid. Gotta vibrate. Gotta get straight. Gotta get to that motherfucking list.
Gotta get to that cake like it's my birthday. I'm 27. I'm about to get fucking gravy. Fucking word on my motherfucking status. Everybody know I need this shit, no haters. Everybody know I need this shit like a Laker. I be ballin' motherfuckers. Hit me later. I be up in the shit. Don't fuck my shit up in the mix. Don't get my shit up.
Gotta get straight. Gotta wake up, get cake. Gotta get paid. Gotta get thanks. Gotta vibrate. Gotta get straight. Gotta get to that motherfucking
Next time, yeah. Gotta get shit to my mixtape like West Khalifa. I'm not looking for shit. I be smoking a reefer. I'm on you shit. Yeah, I be long time you shit like that.
Got it.
Hey, I'm fucking that twice.
Yeah. Next time when we pull the random pizzas.
Shit, run it back. Run your shit back. I want to hear that shit. I want to hear that shit again. Yeah.
wake up, get cake.
I'll fucking put it out there.
You got a verse right there.
She wanna cook in the snap. I said that I'm out. I swear I'm living single like my name was Kyle. We up in this bitch. We be talking shit, but that's cool. Cause there's plenty of fish on the internet, but I don't wanna take that bet. These niggas talking shit, but I swear I'm like you sweat. I wanna go with wine people. The wine and dine is true. But I understand I'm cold as fuck like a dinosaur. You thinking that you cool as fuck, you can't be smooth with the new shit, talking shit like you get cool with. I don't want to keep thinking and you want to strip. But I don't give a fuck, cause you got you some secrets.
14 years. Oh, shit. Next
Ah, shit.
It's coming long ways, it's coming strong ways. Everybody know I got the waves, I got the sound waves, I got the brain waves, whatever you need, I got it my way. I put the bitch sideways. Now I need your bread like highway.
Hey, I'm about to play this one last instrumental, and then we gonna get ready to get up out of here. It's some old school shit. This for the singers and the rappers alike.
Yeah. That's how we do it. I'm gonna focus on the music. Everyone talking with it. So I ain't got on top of that bitch you ain't shit. You wanna talk about that. Tryna rock with me, bitch, you ain't all of that. Probably keep up with the stage, maybe tryna act up and tryna back it up. I know my side on my back, you know, I'm trying to switch the side on my back.
It's
Oh, my Lord. I've been thinking all night what I'm gonna do to make it right. I'm gonna get some candy when my mind gets to going on.
Hey.
It's so sweet.
We gonna still be on this one.
To the sweet spot, where the sweet tea said just keep it hot.